Well, happy Sunday, everybody. Instead of taking on the inevitable large dragon coming at you as you go down the platform of Gnomeworks Seaside Cliffs, we're going to do something a little bit different tonight. A week ago or 2 weeks ago, prior to taking last weekend off, we talked about a level 20 one-shot called Mantle of the Gods, which we'll be playing tonight. And I thought just really quickly, Kurt, introduce your character to us.
Right. So, Horuk the Pale, as he's known, was an outcast, a slave or a hero, born of an orc chieftain and a drow noble, but he was never to know his parents. When his parents' secret was discovered, they were slaughtered to make an example for all the drow. Seeing the child as an abomination, he was cast away to die. Fate would reach her hand in, though, and bring a crafty drow slaver, Jaror Vrain, to collect the child and raise it as a slave. Drow slaves were treated harshly, and Horuk became a pit miner and a smith, working with and learning from other slaves of the drow, mostly Duragar. They taught him to see runes, chisel them, and harness their power. With this knowledge, he led an uprising against the drow slavers. His cohort and master of runes, Muiris Brokenforge, would fight by his side until the drow slavers all lie dead on the field. Having won the day, Muiris then rallied the other Duragar to capture Horuk. They underestimated his strength, and Horuk killed them all to the last man. The slave camp now empty, he collected ore of the mine and smelted what would become his armor and warhammer, imbuing them all with runes taught to him by his turncoat friends. Armored up, he began wandering around the graying lands, seeking other slavers, and anyone else forcibly ruling others, breaking chains and castes for all. So he's a level 20 rune knight fighter.
Outstanding. Yellowjin.
All right.
Introduce Yellowjin for us.
Okay. Here's my typed up backstory. Yellowjin is someone who sticks out in a crowd, to put it mildly. A Loxodon monk who has seen 4 centuries pass, her memory is as sharp as ever it was, as is her commitment to young. 8.5 feet tall and positively scrawny, 375 pounds. Her weathered gray skin is crisscrossed with scars, both mundane and magical in origin. Her left tusk was broken long ago, but the remaining stump has been carefully polished and inlaid with delicate scrimshaw work, a piece of exquisite living artwork that illustrates her commitment that beauty and order can arise from violence and chaos. Clad in simple robes of orange cloth, Yellowjin has dedicated her remaining years to wandering the plains, leading it to fate, yon, who can say? But her compass of lost things always manages to lead her to individuals who can benefit from her gentle encouragement or her ability to subtly inspire them to start down a path of change and growth. And of course, it can also help that nice merchant find his missing spectacles. A peaceful soul, she wishes she could live her remaining years simply wandering and helping those who fate and her compass place in her path. But the forces of chaos rarely allow her to relax her guard. She laments their necessity, wishing she could use her skills as an acolyte of the way of mercy to heal and comfort. She is nevertheless fully prepared to defend those who cannot defend themselves, counting on not just her inherent strength, but her staves and talismans to aid in protecting the innocent and helpless. If the situation warranted, though she loathes using it for violent ends, a broken tusk has been turned into a magical horn that can summon the spirits of her herd's ancestors to come to her aid.
Should also say Eric and I are like super nerds and have had like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah,
it's not
I did not prepare a backstory of this.
Something we threw out on the fly.
It's fine. I mean, that caliber is not required. I mean, it's all for fun.
We're just massive nerds with a lot of
Amani,
time on our hands.
Put your new character name in the title bar for me, so we know.
Yes.
Yeah. Pinky, talk to us about Pinky. What's going on with Pinky, and introduce your character.
So Pinky, as we all know, in Deep Gnomish means he who skulks in shadows.
Well, I know that now.
He's the Deep Gnome that was born in Gnome work just as the guilds began to take over. He escaped and became a rogue. He had built a reputation as a thief and as an assassin, which eventually led him to cross path with Clemvors, god of the dead and judge of souls, a kind of lawful neutral of death, where he caused chaos that had very, very bad repercussions. reprehensible, disastrous results. So he ended up converting to Clemvort's temple. So he is mostly a rogue, but also through Clemvor started to study wizardry.
Ooh.
He he now exclusively works for them and trying to undo his wrongs. His primary issues are that he technically crossed the Guild of Assassins and Thieves, which are still his enemy. Also, his ex-fiancée Cheryl didn't convert with him, and his daughter Titania, Titania Celeste Borealis.
I love it.
He just didn't want to be teased. Is not a fan of his. He stole her. She's a teenager now. He's just trying to make good with his daughter, but she's mad at him.
Did you say he stole her?
Well, yeah, from Cheryl. Cheryl.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like he legitimately stole a daughter. For a second, I was like, "Holy cow, that's a heck of a thief!"
Hey, talk about your character, Alexa.
So I have made the ill-advised decision to play a level 20 spellcaster in a class I've never played before. So Faye is a centaur sorceress. She's an aberrant mind sorcerer. So Faye spent a long time in the Feywild, living a pretty regular life for a centaur. Was sort of, unwillingly attacked by an alien influence, which left its mark on her, and that sort of set her on a path of wandering the plains, going on great adventures, but also it's kind of divorced her a little bit from reality.
I love it.
That's gonna be
perfect. All right, Tinkerfoot. Amani, talk to us about Tinkerfoot.
I just made this character about 5 minutes ago on one. Well, I am a 6-foot human barbarian. Or can I say barb? Is it short for barb?
You could be a Barbie if you want. Yeah, I'm down with that.
6
foot the Barbie. I love it.
I changed my background to be a criminal this time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
It's all those adventures with Puck and Spot.
Yeah. So I'm a professional thief. Have green hair with brown skin.
A centaur with spider climb is a scary thought.
I don't really know what else. They gave me like this generic background.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm kind of late to the game. Sorry about that.
There is a city in the celestial heavens known as Elysium. This great plane of existence is somewhere between the waking and dreaming world of not only the astral sea, but what the Keller stars sometimes refer to as a place of dreams. Here, many deities find refuge, some lesser, some greater, but it is that space that they've all agreed is destined to bring those to it who are considered possible champions of the greater deities of the universe, whether it be the astral sea, the wild spaces of different worlds. But here, the optics have been pointed towards Exandria, more importantly, towards the desolate landscape of Eastern Marquette. A battle has waged for 100 years. And within the heart of this battle, these armies rage against each other. A particularly crafty thief had managed to steal something from Elysium they should not possess, and they had unleashed the power of the Mantle of the Gods, a great kind of circlet, along with a kind of pageantry device that you both wear on your shoulders and chest, but also finishes with a circlet on your head. This mantle of the gods was created by one of the least known gods. And this god, Korlos, was banished for its creation. He was originally asked to create a mantle to control the great world creators and a device to allow them to bring into existence great powerful creatures to undo and remake worlds that were left abandoned in the astral sea to possibly become safe places for lineages and generations of people to exist in, therefore supporting the idea of creating worlds rather than destroying worlds. Secretly behind their back, he refabricated this device. And for the very first time, he used it to put the dominion on Exandria, which eventually led to the time of founding. This period of founding was how the world of Exandria was initially remade. Great mountain ranges destroyed, lakes and seas coming into existence, great grasslands fractured and torn asunder, entire continents remade and unmade. And as Coron experimented and continued to cause this device to become more perfect, he then assembled a creature of complete catastrophe, complete horror, as he built the very first Tarask to come into existence within Exandria. And he had fashioned the mantle of the gods to only be affixed by him. He hid it away deep inside a vault. And now this vault has been penetrated and stolen and broken into by the master thief. This master thief has disappeared with the mantle. And it is feared as these gods look down upon this vast graveyard of a battle that rages and continues to ebb and rage in the eastern frontiers of Marquette. Horik, you stand in the middle of a vast battle encircling you. The contingent of your mercenary troop lie mostly dead or dying around you. The throngs of 1,000 screeching, both creature and humanoid in appearance, as the vast gates of hell have opened up around you. Your doom is inevitable. Your death seen before you. As the swarms come towards you, as you screech in terror, stoically you stand there, prepared to die to the bitter end. At the last moment, all of the creatures freeze within mere feet of you. A silhouette of a creature, no real form, no gender, nothing identifiable, just a silhouette of a silvery kind of light of a humanoid form. Horik, for what you have done here, we have chosen you. It's a flash of white light, heat and cold, all at the same time. Elysium, you stand amongst a group of your peers. Your hands bound, your ankles bound. From here, you look up at the Judgment Council that demands your execution. You could see the guards getting ready to escort you out. You could hear the calls for your head and your eventual destruction for the blasphemy of what you've done. As a dozen or so guards begin to approach you, you see all of them freeze in place, stop moving towards you. A silhouette of a silver light of a humanoid figure, and their voice, Elysium, you're just the person we're looking for. A flash of light, heat, and cold. as you are consumed. Pinky, you've never really recovered from the trauma of Gnomeworks. No matter how much you drink, no matter how much you eat, no matter how much revenge you seek against those that forced you to make some pretty harsh decisions, you have traveled Greater Exandria in hopes of quenching that thirst. And here as you stand amongst the now dead guild members that you are convinced were responsible for what happened to you and the others that you've known, the warlock sense in you, feeling the great pact coming to fruition. A silver outlined humanoid appears beside you. Oh, Pinky. Oh, Pinky. Time to go. Flash of white, hot, and cold energy as it consumes you. Faye, being a centaur is already challenging enough, but here you sit on a platform of a gallows. The crowd yelling and screaming for your head. Hanging. Execution. Hundreds of people shouldering their fists in your direction. Angry faces at the supposed betrayal. But never one to shy away from the importance of the truth, even though it exposes both the king and queen of this particular kingdom that you're currently in. And even though it exposes them for their behavior and their eventual downfall, you stick to your honesty and to your faith and to your trust in the world. Just as you watch the executioner pull the lever on the gallows, it stops. Time freezes around you. The great silver and white light apparition of a humanoid appears alongside you. Faye, it would be such a shame to let such a pretty neck and a creature of such purpose go to waste. You're consumed by hot and cold energy. Tinkerfoot, you are in your element. You arc your sword through the vast crowds of living and dead soldiers. While the rest of your company behind you falls away, you go ever deeper and ever deeper, lost to your blind rage and your need to fight and consume and destroy. And once again, time and everything around you freezes as a lineage-looking silver white light humanoid appears alongside you. The voice, Tinkerfoot. Every weapon requires a strong arm. We have use of you. Blast of hot and cold light as you're consumed by the energy. One by one, each of you consumed by this energy. These last moments of your previous life consumed by divine intervention of the deity's council. The capital, Elysium, calls you forth. The five of you stand in a vast hall of marble, light, dozens of very omnipresent creatures keeping their eyes on you as you stand there looking at this council. A goddess steps out, throws towards you. The five of you have been picked for a reason. Whether it be revenge, redemption, or just playing good at killing, you have found a temporary home with us. While we cannot restore your bodies back to where we took you from, we can offer your souls an opportunity to make their ways into the halls of champions. Down below in the eastern, desolate area of Marquette, a war has been raging on Exandria for over a century. And now a thief stolen an important relic and has begun to bring it into existence. Even now, the unknown forces below have yet to see the full effect of what marches towards them. And you watch as the goddess steps over to a cloud-like embankment, separates it in front of their council, and an optical illusion begins to show you the vast eastern area of Marquette. There you see a great beast, well over 300 feet tall, 200 feet in length. Its huge arms, its powerful tail and legs. You see a Tarrasque pursuing the contact point of the two great armies that fight in the eastern edges of Marquette. In the back of this creature, a small halfling, wearing nothing but tattered clothing and what they would call the mantle of the gods. Their face, an entropy of divine belief in themselves, their godlike power coursing through their veins as the effect of Corliss's mantle has fully engulfed this halfling. We do not understand who this thief is. They play with powers that they do not understand. The thief must be stopped. The creature must either be contained or destroyed before they are fully unleashed on Exandria itself. For this creature is known as the World Eater, fashioned by gods for the purposes of gods. We send the 5 of you to undo this nightmare before it undoes the world of Exandria and threaten the celestial balance, the council's order, threatening the very existence of the capital of Elysium. Horik, do you accept this charge?
This is it, huh? I accept.
Yelligin, do you accept this charge?
I'm still not entirely clear why people were trying to execute me, but really, you know what? If this gives me an opportunity to help some more people, absolutely, I'm absolutely into this.
The God's Council can't help but smile at Yelligin's response. And Pinky, do you accept this charge? Faye, do you accept this charge?
Seems like a fun little diversion. Sure.
You are quite terrifying, Faye. And Tinkerfoot, do you accept this charge?
I guess, yeah.
And like you're drinking a half-empty tankard at the same time, like, sure, that's something to do until I can come back for you. A great hand appears underneath your feet. You feel yourself drift through the celestial domain as you pass through the fringes of Elysium, out into the great expanse of the upper skies of Exandria, and eventually descend down into the eastern wastes of Marquette. You're placed directly in the path of this creature. I need everyone to roll for initiative.
Oh.
Exciting.
Ooh.
All right.
I hope the rolls are great with this character.
That was a
Thank you.
Hope is not a plan. Hope is a 4-letter word that you're allowed to say out loud. I think it's 4 letters.
We do that so it's a little bit more. There you go.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I grabbed
Maybe
the wrong
not.
camera. Hold on. There we
Maybe
go.
not.
Of course, riding on its back. The halfling.
Aw.
Oh, yeah, leave it to Puck. Oh.
naturally.
No, I'm serious now.
Friend of yours.
All known people have names that starts with the letter P. It's just a fact.
You saying that one's name's Paul?
All right, we got, way to go, Hork, with the 6.
Yeah.
There goes Eric.
Plus 0 to
Oh,
initiative.
no, there goes Pinky with that classic 22. I got a 12, and I got a 9, and I got a 6.
Oh,
Pinky, you are up with the Tarask on deck. What are you doing?
I am preparing my my iron bands of binding
Okay.
and casting misty steps to try and reach the halfling.
What's your movement with that? Ah, yes, the mechanics of level 20.
30 feet.
So, are you doing your full move, Misty Step, and then dash action?
Yeah.
So that's going to be what, like a total of 90 feet for you, correct?
Yeah, how far is the halfling?
He is a good 200 feet away. No, actually 300 feet, because he's 200 feet up in the air, and he's currently 100 feet out and away.
Okay, so I'll start my journey. Have small feet.
Okay. 90 feet will get you right there behind the wall. And that will finish your turn. Tarask is up. It's going to move in the center of the ruined city.
Oh no.
And it is going to use its tail for earthquake. I need everyone to make dex saves, please.
All right. Oh. 15.
15 will fail.
17.
17 will fail.
29.
Oh,
29 will pass.
I got a nat 1 for a 3.
Yeah, 3 will definitely fail.
Centaurs.
Tinkerfoot, what'd you get?
I got an 8.
An 8. So I think the only person. So who was the one who got the? That was Pinky.
Mm-hmm.
Pinky, as you're at the base of the creature, looking up at this huge form just shadowed over you, you feel the tail arc up. You could literally feel the wind, like the barometric pressure around the tail, pop and explode like a force of energy. As the tail comes up, hits the ground, but you anticipate it as the ground is rolling towards you, and you leap up in the air just in time to avoid the force of the earthquake effect. You'll still take half damage, but you avoid the outcome of the effect. For everybody else in the fringe of the ruined edge of the city, you are knocked prone, and each of you feel the earth around you fracture open and crush you in different levels of overlapping collapse of the earth around you. So everyone who failed, will take 75 points of bludgeoning damage,
Ow.
as you are currently knocked prone. Pinky, you will take 37 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are not knocked prone. And then for the level 20 that we're doing tonight, make sure you maxed out your hit points. So you should have maximum hit points possible because you're going to need them.
Oh, hey,
Max is still
Circular-
not a lot.
just for curiosity's sake, how far away is the Tarrasque from us at this exact moment?
Currently, it's 75 feet away.
Okay.
So that'll finish the Tarrasque's turn.
Hang on,
Since
I have
no one's
resistance to bludgeoning. Yeah,
Okay, so have it again.
I'm going to activate my heal rune as a reaction to that.
Okay,
So I have resistance to bludgeoning, so I'll take half damage for that then.
sounds good.
Yep.
The
That's
Tarrasque.
37, you said?
Yep. Tarrasque will finish its turn. Yellowjin, you are up with Tinkerfoot on deck.
All right. I'm going to use half of my movement to get up. I'm sorry, I was trying to get something on my character sheet there.
No
You
worries.
said they're 75 feet away?
They are 75 feet away.
All right. Just going to kind of, oh, okay, this is going to be a little interesting. Just crack my neck. I'm going to dash to, let's see, what is that? Fast, sorry. Dash doubles your movement, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Dash means you can move your full movement during a dash action, unless you can
that's right.
dash as a bonus action.
Well, that's what I meant. Like as an action, it lets you. Okay, so I have 30 movement left after getting up.
Okay.
So I want to use my full move to just kind of get in the far section, the other set of ruins.
So over this way.
Yes, yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
So doing it with my mouse as though anyone other than me can see it.
So I'm gonna put you right about there.
Okay. And I have one other action. Am I within 30 feet of the Tarrasque?
You are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 feet.
That's what I thought. All right, let me make sure I do it. Anything that can do that within... Ooh, okay. Yes, I can. I'm just going to kind of point at it and yell it. I'm going to use Lightning Bolt from my Staff of the Magi. Oh, so I actually rolled to hit. I'm not used to spells. So I'm casting that at 7th level, and it's a DC save of 14.
Okay, I gotta do a D6 first, which is a 3. Targeted by a magic missile spell, line spell, or spell that requires, and this requires a ranged attack roll, correct?
I'm looking at it because I apologize, I'm not used to doing spells. Give me 1 second to bring it back up. No, not you.
Because if you're casting it from the Staff of the Magi,
Yeah.
I believe it's a ranged attack spell.
Yeah, let me, again, I'm not used to doing that, and I kind of got out of my character sheet there for a second, so my apologies. There you are. Spells? Yeah, it's just my spells. Okay. Where are you,
So is
lightning?
So is it channeling a spell that you have, or does the Magi?
No, it's a spell that the staff has, so it's
Okay.
not.
But it still requires a ranged attack roll, or does it require the target to make a save? Target has to make a save of DC 14. Dex, I'm assuming.
Yeah, Dex 14. Unless I'm reading it wrong, I don't think it says anything in there about it requiring a roll. So,
So yeah, if it
Because
requires
attack-
a dex, yeah, if it requires a dex save, that automatically negates it as a ranged effect or a ranged
Okay.
target, which matters because of the abilities that the Tarrasque has. That's the only reason why I was clarifying.
Okay,
So,
okay.
That's a natural 15, so that will save.
Okay. Let me see if that does. I don't remember if that does half damage on a.
It should.
It
It should.
In that case, I believe it was a.
34.
I think I rolled 34 because I accidentally caught it.
Yep.
Okay. I rolled a 34, so it's 17 damage.
Okay.
That was
Yes,
very
watch
naughty,
that.
young man.
Yeah, you watch as the Luxodon monk goes tearing out in the middle of the open, brings out this staff, and you watch as lightning goes crisping off of it and kind of sparking along the mouth and chest of the Tarrasque. Tarrasque almost barely even notices it.
All right, and let me check one other thing because that I can do as a bonus action. I got so many abilities here that it's hard to read through them.
Yep. Welcome to level 20.
Yep. All right, I'm going to use Hands of Healing on myself. So I don't know if that requires me to do an attack roll on myself. But
No,
If
hands
so,
of
I'll-
healing.
all right, and that lets me do what is it? I believe it is. Oh, one minute. So I don't actually have to spend a key point on that for the Hands of Healing. I do have to spend one for the Flurry of Blows, and I think it's 1d10 plus 5 recovered. I'll verify that real quick, but yeah. There you go. Sorry, like I said, everything's kind of not in.
Why I had us launch after the narrative right into combat because it's going to be, it'll be an effort.
It'll be a fight.
Okay, so I can do it for both of them. So again, do I need to roll to hit myself, basically?
No, you don't.
Okay, so where are you? It's just 2 Hands of Healing, which again I think is 1. Ooh, damn, Jesus, that's not what I was thinking. It's a healing and harm. So much strings. 2d10 plus 5 total. 2. All right, so the first one is 14, and the second is 13. So I've regained 27 hit points.
Okay. At the end of your turn, all of you hear the creature let out a ear-splitting roar for its legendary action. Is anybody immune or resistant to frightful presence?
Mm,
To what?
I have advantage against being frightened.
Same, yeah, sorry.
Okay. So everyone who is resistant or has advantage, go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wait, to what?
Frightful presence, or to be frightened.
That was 1, and I have advantage this time. 21.
I got a 14.
Yeah, that one's gonna fail.
7.
What'd you get, Pinky? That'll succeed.
Rolling good today.
What'd you get, Hork?
Sorry, what am I rolling? I was reading through my character sheet looking to see if I was immune.
Wisdom, please.
Wisdom? Okay. That's 19.
19 will pass. What'd you get, Tinkerfoot?
I don't think I'm immune.
That's okay. You still have to roll a wisdom save.
Okay. Sorry. Wisdom. Well, wasn't much. It was a 9.
9. So Tinkerfoot is frightened, and I believe Faye is frightened as well. Everybody else managed to not succumb to the great roar of the Tarrasque and its frightening presence. That brings us to Tinkerfoot. Tinkerfoot, you are up with Faye on deck.
Okay.
So half your movement to stand up.
Okay. Well, it feels so weird playing a different character. Am I able to move right there? That one. Wow. Why am I pointing to it? That behind that one character, I have no idea who that is.
The halfling or the Luxodon?
The little tiny one or the big one?
The little tiny one.
That would be. Oh, that's a gnome again, or is it a halfling, Pinky? It's a gnome, right?
The deep gnome.
Yeah. So you are 5, 10, 30. You are 60 feet away from the gnome.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, I can only move 40 feet. Ugh.
So you can dash as an action, which would give you have your remaining 20 feet. You dash as an action, which is then another 40 feet. And all you'd have left at that point is your bonus action.
I will dash.
Okay.
As an action.
Yep, that'll get you right there.
And
Do you want
I don't
Do you want
use
to
my-
bonus action rage? She starts looking it up.
I don't even know what that does.
That's what all
Makes you
barbarians
angry.
do. It makes me angry, and
For
I can do
fighting.
more damage.
I think I'll rage. Yeah, it sounds cool.
Okay.
I think I'll rage.
I think I'll...
That is very Barbie-barian.
Yep, very Barbie-barian. I agree. That'll finish
I think it
Tinkerfoot's
sounds-
turn. Faye, you are up. You're currently prone on the edge of the field. And
All
you're
right.
currently frightened, which means that if you try to attack the creature in any way, it's at disadvantage, and you're unable to move towards it.
All right. How much? Sorry, I apologize because you said this a couple times, but how many feet do you think I am from the creature right now?
75 feet.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to cast polymorph on the Trask.
Ooh.
Um,
Wisdom save, correct?
That is a wisdom save, and I think it's a range of 60 feet. Let me double check. It's a range of 60 feet. I can't run closer, but I will expend a sorcery point to extend my spell to a range of 120 feet.
Nice. It will burn one of its legendary resistances to avoid this, because its wisdom saves are shit.
Okay.
So one
all right.
legendary resistance gone.
Okay, and I will. I'm gonna also, if I can, use one more sorcery point to jump into the air and fly. So I'll just fly
Okay.
upwards.
Straight upwards.
Yeah, I can go up 20 feet.
Okay. That technically does not take you closer. It just takes you straight up. All right. Go ahead and give me wisdom save. You can try to avoid the frightened effect at the end of each of your turns.
All right. I only have +1 to wisdom as this character, which is so weird. All right, that's a 12.
12 does not succeed. You are still frightened. That'll finish Faye's turn. Horik, you are up. Then we'll be at the top of the second round.
Horik's gonna stand up. Okay. And he's gonna charge. He's just running straight towards the thing. And as I do that, I want to activate my bonus action for Giant's Might, which will
Okay.
make me huge-sized.
Okay.
So,
I think
game mechanics question: would that increase my walking speed since I'm now huge-sized? Would I take bigger steps, or am I still taking little baby steps for 30 feet?
I think I'm going to give you an extra 15 feet. So I'll give
Okay.
you 45 feet during your move.
Okay, so I'll go. I'm going to be, huge-sized,
Okay.
assuming this old boy is monstrous.
Oh,
and I'll
he's
be
what's the largest?
gargantuan or whatever. Yeah.
Gargantuan, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm and I'm gonna just go straight towards it, 45 feet.
So what's your normal movement?
My normal is 30, so I use
Okay.
15 to get up. Yeah.
15 get up.
So that would be 30
15
feet then. Yeah.
Yeah, so 30 because you enlarge yourself.
Yeah.
That's 30 right there. You bonus actioned, so you got your action.
Yeah. Yep. I'm with. How far am I away from this guy? I'm about 30 feet now.
No, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 feet.
40 feet. Okay. All right. Okay, then I'll take a dash action.
Okay, is that to get in base with it?
Yeah, to get 5 feet away from it. So not directly in base, but I mean, base for that guy is going to be huge anyway, right? So.
Well, it's just that he has a 15-foot reach.
Right, I have a 5-foot reach, so I just
Okay.
need to get 5 feet away from him. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, that'll finish your turn as you storm into base or proximity to base with the creature. That'll take us to the top of the second round. Pinky, you are up with the Tarask on deck.
Nice. How far am I now from the halfling on the terrace?
You are now, I'll say the creature is in kind of a lowered pose. I'll say you're 100 feet.
100 feet. Okay, so I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and teleport behind one of the spikes on top of the Tarask so I can start to climb my way towards the halfling.
All right, what's your range for teleportation?
30 feet.
30 feet. Go ahead and give me acrobatics or athletics, please.
Let's see. Okay. Athletics. Shit. That's 30.
Oh, you're rolling so hot tonight.
This is all gonna come back with like 5 nat ones in 5
I
seconds.
think, but you have I think you have the best passive stats of all of us, right?
I don't think so. It's like, for example, the other one would have been a
somebody
minus.
has great passive stats. My passive stats are trash.
So you end up on one of the great protruded spikes on its elbow as you just teleport up onto its arm. And you're currently holding on to the arm as you look up. And you could see the halfling kind of like sitting and partially sitting, standing behind one of the great kind of like carapace plates on the back of the Tarask head near one of the great horns as well. You can feel a huge arm moving as you maintain your balance on it.
Can I do just a check for insight?
Sure. As a bonus action?
Yeah. Wow. No, it's okay. That's normal. I mean, it's 21, but I think
21?
not 20.
What are you trying to learn?
I guess what he's holding and what state he seems to be in.
He appears to be in a catatonic state. He's got the magical device on his shoulder and the crown of his head. Seems to have shrunken down to fit him. And it's almost like a piece of armor, with the exception of the great like circlet that attaches to the rear of the armor. Their eyes are sunken in and glowing with a soft orange glow of concentration, or possibly possession.
Oh, okay. Do I notice anything that might have noticed me at all?
No, so far neither the Tarask or the halfling seem to notice you, as you are invisible.
Nice.
I'll finish your turn.
Yes, I think so.
Okay, the Tarask is up. It is going to take 2 claw strikes at Pork. That is going to be a 26 and a 38.
Okay. I'm going to activate my Cloud Rune and redirect one of those attacks to the monk on his head.
to the monk on his head.
I mean, to the gnome on his head. Sorry,
You mean the halfling?
the halfling. Sorry, yeah,
Okay.
one of those guys.
So
So I'll
one
take
of
the
those goes
38
up.
out. The 38, it just like with the cloud room, it redirects an attack
Okay.
to another thing. So
Crushes the halfling on its head, and the halfling guy like smushes down to the point where you could just see a bloody smear on the top of the head of the Tarask. It's like in pieces of arms and legs, its torso like eviscerated open, and the halfling's body is leaking down the Tarask's head, but then instantly reforms back up into the halfling again.
well, that's no good.
Uh-oh.
Does the other one hit you?
Oh yes.
Okay. For some reason, my dice are scattered everywhere. 6, 12, 18. That's going to be 28 points of slashing damage from the claw.
Yeah, I have resistance, so 28, so that'd be 14.
Correct.
Yep.
It's then going to use its horns to strike down at you in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be a 31.
Yep, hits.
Forward. 13, 26, 36 points of piercing damage.
18 again. Resistance.
And now it's going to use its tail to strike at you.
Jeez Louise.
That's going to be 38 to hit.
Yep.
And that is going to be 4d6 plus 10. 12, 17, 20, 30 points of bludgeoning damage from the tail.
All right, another 15.
It is going to stay in base with you.
Yep.
And I'll finish the Tarask's turn. Where did Yellowjin go?
Broke a crackpot. He left a note in the chat there. I don't know if you see it. Yep. He said he'll come back to him.
A shelf just fell off my fridge. Broke a... Oh my god. That guy, in Vegas, we call that uninsurable. Yeah. Tinkerfoot, you are up with Faye on deck.
Okay. So I think I'm just going to take an attack. Wait, can I move closer to it? Yeah.
We'll put you in base alongside Hork, because you're now in base with it while raging. I think you get either 3 or 4 attacks, correct? So if you're a 20 level barbarian, it's either 3 or 4, I forget. Bless you.
Bless you.
I'm sorry, that really hurt it. Oh, thank you. It says attacks 2 per action.
Okay, so take your 2 attacks.
I want to attack with, what is it, Great Axe?
Okay.
Great Axe? Okay. Maybe. Okay. It's a 13.
Well, you should have a bonus for that.
Wait. Oh, I'm rolling for damage. I'm sorry. Well, it's a 16. It wasn't anything special the second time.
16 to hit? Does that include, what'd you actually roll?
Let me see. Let me go to, what is it? Where can I get the, here we go. The game log action. Is it called a game log? I don't know. It got me 12. 16. I rolled a 4 and a, what is it? It says plus
4 plus 12, yeah.
Yeah,
you just rolled really
Yeah,
badly.
you just rolled really bad. You watch as Hork, you watch as Tinkerfoot goes, just drool pouring out of her mouth as she goes into a rage and goes running by you and brings her weapon, and it just like reverberates and bounces in her hand, and she's unable to get through the armor of the creature. Take your second attack, Tinkerfoot.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. It's a 29 this time.
Yep, 29 will hit. As she recovers and then just brings the axe down into the creature again. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, it's a 16, 10 plus 6.
Okay. 10 plus 6. I think you get a +5 for rage at level 20, if I recall that correctly. Am I recalling that correctly, Hork?
Oh, man.
Damage points for rage?
I don't know.
Oh, it says
I have
plus
to look them
4.
up.
Okay, good. So it's already calculating that in for you?
Says you get advantage on strike checks, saving throws. Oh, it says no. I don't get any advantages on attacks. It just says not attacks.
Right. So I think your
extra-
rage gives you a
extra
+4.
damage,
So
yeah.
you actually got it. So you got the 16 plus 4 because you're raging. If you ever go reckless, you get advantage.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 20 points of slashing damage to the Tarask. And that will finish your turn. Faye, you are up with Hork on deck.
All right. I still cannot move closer to these guys, so I'm gonna try another polymorph, and at the very least, make this guy burn another legendary resistance.
All right. Yeah, his wisdom saves suck. He's going to burn a second legendary resistance.
All right.
Cool.
And then as a bonus action, well, I'll tell you what. For my movement, I'm gonna fly 70 feet straight up.
Okay, so you're currently 70 feet up in the air.
So I should be 90 feet in the air now.
Oh, that's right, 20. So yes, you're high enough to where you've got a good vantage of the halfling and like the beginning of the head, because the creature's like lowered to the ground now, kind of like bringing its claws down on both Hork and Tinkerfoot, just kind of engaging them directly. And the whole time you can see this catatonic halfling holding on to the plated armor of the Tarask, lost in this weird kind of possessed state.
Okay. Could I, as a bonus action, maybe make like an insight check on whether I think basically like the mind of the halfling is in the Tarask now?
Ooh, yeah, I like that. Give me an insight check.
Okay. That's a 19.
You get the feeling it's a bit of a symbiosis.
Okay.
The halflings fuse to the mantle, and the halflings fuse to the mantle in such a way that he may be commanding and forcing the Tarask's behavior, but not necessarily improving the kind of like natural ability of the Tarask.
Okay. All right. Got it. That'll end my turn.
Okay. Yellowjin, you are up with Hork on deck.
All right. How is Hork within 30 feet of me?
Is who, what, where now?
Is Hork within 30 feet of me?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
He's exactly within 30 feet of you.
Okay. When the gods were introducing us, was that all just kind of in our own heads? Like, would I know his name? Like, was he ever kind of like, this is, or have we not done that at all?
You lost me on that one. What's the question?
Do I know his name, basically? Like, when we were doing the introduction with the gods bringing us there, did they kind of...
Yeah, you guys
speak our names aloud to all of us?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Hork! Hork! I need you to not resist! And with that, I'm going to let me find you.
Okay.
Where are you? I got stuff to imagine is amazing, but it's too much stuff. I'm going to cast Enlarge on Hork, which would make him the same size as the Tarask.
That would make him quite large.
So I'm already huge. I'm already huge, so now I'm monstrous.
You're gigantic.
Large.
This is awesome.
So you were huge. This is the sheet I pulled up it goes huge to gargantuan to colossal. But I might be looking at an old one.
Okay, so
Right.
I'm just very, very big now.
Okay. All right. What else I can do?
Oh, I like that.
All right. So what I'm also going to do is I'm going to kind of look around. No one's really done any damage to him, right? Have they?
Is
Not really. No.
There's been some damage, but is in large
Yeah.
concentration?
Let me double check that. Yes, concentration up to a minute.
Okay.
All right. And my second action. Where are you?
Why do you get a second action?
I have two.
You have two actions?
Two attacks. Two attacks.
Right. Yeah, well, so enlarge is a bonus action or an action?
That is an action. That's me being used to a melee fighter, so I apologize there.
So your action's done, so you have your bonus action and your move left.
Okay. I got too many damn tabs open. Is anybody near me? Is anybody injured, but injured that I could get to?
That you could move into base with?
Yeah.
I mean, Bork took a shit ton of damage last round, so
okay.
I would guess he looks the most injured.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to run up behind him. Do I have enough? I have 60 movement to speak. Can I get right behind him?
Yeah, that's 30 feet to get behind him.
All right. It's like I'm going to use my hands of healing again on him.
Okay.
So, because he's a willing creature, do I need to roll attacks on those?
Nope, he's
a willing creature.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then, all right. This is going to be really weird. I'm sorry about all of this. Like the concern noise from this is the North Star. First one gives you 8 back, and my second gives you 9. So you got 17 of your health back.
I swear we're gonna start a GoFundMe for Eric and get him a new microphone.
That's the weirdest massage I've ever received.
That is a little weird.
My calf muscle suddenly feels really good now.
So that'll finish Yelgin's turn. Hork, you are up. They'll be at the top of the third round.
So I'm very bigger than I thought now. Do I have any extra bonuses for having any of that?
I'm gonna say you could double everything up.
Okay.
Ooh. Yeah.
All right.
I'm okay with that.
I'm swinging at this bad boy then. So Horik's gonna take his maul and try to bring it down on the Teresk's head.
Go for it.
And I'm going to do that 4 times.
Good old-fashioned fighters. 4 attacks.
That's a 25.
25
no, 27. I'm sorry, 27.
Yep. 27
plus,
hits.
Plus 17. Another 27.
2 hits.
A nat 20.
Nice.
And a 19.
Okay. All 4 hit. Do the crit first.
If I'm doing the crit first, then I've got extra stuff to add to that.
Yeah.
Because I have fun, special, awesome shit. Okay. So with great, where'd it go? With great weapon fighting. Great weapon master, I believe it is. Oh no, critical. So, yeah, with Crusher, feat I took Crusher. When I score a critical that deals bludgeoning damage to a creature, attack rolls against that creature are made with advantage until the start of the next turn.
Okay, good to know.
And it just says attack rolls. It doesn't. It's not just mine. Any attack rolls,
correct,
made with advantage till the next turn. Also, once per turn, when I hit a creature with an attack, I can try to move it. I'm not going to worry about that one. Hang on, there's another one on here that I get. Shoot, crap! I gotta read through my page because I was hoping I'm gonna crit at least once in this fight, and I'm gonna take full advantage of that. But
heck yeah, you better, because this thing's a semi-truck of hit points.
Well, I'm gonna try and semi-truck some of those hit points away.
I can already see that Pinky's like hoping just to get up to the halfling and, lobotomize it before it can kill anybody.
Crap! I gotta find. I'm trying to remember which item thing this is, but so Orcish Fury, I can roll extra damage. So I'm gonna re-roll 3 of those rolls because I got the nat 20, right?
Correct.
So, but they all hit regardless. But if I get another,
if you're
critical,
just going for a crit, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, and also I think I can. I think it's under the Great Weapon Master. I can bonus action an attack now as well.
Correct.
Yeah. And none of those 3 were crits. Okay. Okay, so the crit. Hang on, I gotta write these down real quick. So those 4 attacks. I'm also going to action surge and swing 4 more times.
Okay. Go for it
because
with advantage.
With advantage, yeah.
Yep.
4 more times. And about action surge, is that restricted to one per action per round, or is this? How does that
It
work?
should tell you on the tab.
Doesn't
If you click,
okay.
click on action surge, it'll open up a panel to your right and tell you the information about it.
Pushes up beyond no one to take an action. Which one uses feature? It just says I can use it twice before a short rest. Oh, once on the same turn. Okay, never mind. Got it. Yep, it's the last line.
Yep.
Okay, so I can throw one more round of 4 swings at the guy, so it'd be 8 total swings.
All right. Hey, Kurt, not to interrupt you. I left a message in the chat. Sir John, if you can take a look at that. I will be back as soon as possible, but yeah.
Yeah, the lowest one of those, the lowest one of those was a 4, so that'd be 19 or no 21 to hit.
Oh,
that was on the straight. That was on straight roll. I haven't rolled the advantage on that one yet. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
So that one, the 21 hits or misses.
21 misses.
Okay, the other ones definitely hit because they were all higher than 10. What I rolled, so that would be all higher than 27.
Yep, you're good then.
Wow, man, I missed 1 attack, so that's going to be 7 totals. No, I didn't roll my bonus action attack though either.
Twice.
So roll that one. Oh, that's ugly.
Oh, sorry. Action
That's
surge
12,
is
okay.
action only. Never mind. Yeah.
Yeah,
just roll
action
one.
action only. Yep. And I got a 29. And yeah, no luck on the other. So only 1 crit, but it's going to be 8 total hits using my action surge bonus action.
Okay.
8 total hits. Okay. And you said double?
Correct. What's your current damage that you do?
My current damage is. Hang on, get back to it. Okay, 2d6 plus 11.
Okay, so because you've doubled, your normal damage is now 4d6 plus 11.
4d6 plus 11. Okay.
Your crit
critical
is going to be 8d6 plus 11.
Right. So 8d6 or take 4 full. Take max plus 4 rolls.
Why max?
It's the critical rules. Sorry. Yeah. My other group crit is max damage plus 4. So I'm gonna go roll the 8 for the critical first. Never mind.
Okay.
Mixing rules up.
Yep.
And with great weapon master, I can't roll under a 1 or 2, or I can re-roll a 1 or 2 on
Correct.
my hit die.
On your damage. Yep. On your damage.
And so there's a 2. There's a 2. There's a 2.
This is a
so
very
re-roll.
unbardy character for you.
Oh yes, it is. Okay.
If I rolled, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'm doing math.
Okay.
Go ahead.
If I rolled an 18 on my wisdom save at the end of last turn, am I still frightened?
No, you would not be frightened.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, did you
So-
roll an 18?
I did, yes.
Okay, so you're currently not frightened.
All right. I'm going to Orcish Fury and add an extra d6 to that attack.
Okay.
To the first critical attack. It just adds 1 extra hit dice for my, because it's 2d6, but it says 1 dice, so it's just 1 more d6 to that as well.
Yeah, but if it's for the critical hit, you still double the dice.
Still double the dice. Okay, hang on. I gotta get
so it's gonna
1
be
more dice
2d6.
out.
Yeah.
Yep, 1 more dice out. I'll take that. Okay, and this is the first swing. And hang on, where's the other one? I get to add with my Giant's Might. I add a d10 to this as well.
So that's 2d10.
2d10. Okay. Whew.
Yep.
Whew.
Gotta remember, with a critical hit with our rules,
Yep.
it's twice the dice.
Okay. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 53 on the critical hit. 53
Nice.
bludgeoning.
Awesome.
Okay.
Assuming your weapon is magical.
Yeah, it's a +2 maul.
Okay.
Okay. Oh wait, no, I didn't add my 11 to that, so it's 64. I'm sorry. It's
was
plus because
gonna
I got
say,
it's
yeah.
plus 11. Yeah.
Okay.
So it was rolled 53. Yeah, rolled 53 plus 11. So that's 64. Sorry, on the critical.
Yep.
All right, and now I've got to roll 44 7 more times. More than that though, because okay.
4d6,
So
right?
that's 46. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's 27. So 64 plus 27. 15, 21. That's 32. Uh, 16, 27 again. Eight, 20, so that's 32. Wait, 31. Sorry, can't math. 31. 36, 9, 15, 26. 3, 6, 12, 17, 28. One more. And then I'm going to add all these up. 10, 9, 19, 30. Okay. All right. All those hits. 64 plus 27 is going to be 91. Plus 32 is 123. Plus 27 is 150. Plus 31 is 181. Plus 26 is 207. Plus 28 is 235. Plus 30, 265.
Oh my god.
265 just
No,
plus 64.
No, I added that first. That was the first thing.
Oh,
I added.
okay.
I started with
Okay.
64, yeah. So
Okay.
265.
Is the total damage.
That was a lot of rolls and a lot of math.
That was. So you just watch as Yellowjin enhances the size of Hork. Hork's huge body doubles up yet again and brings their massive maul just again and again and again into this creature. One of the strikes, you watch his skin peel off the carapace. You watch as a huge chunk of meat and blood spatter, almost like a tidal wave of blood, course off the underside of Tarask, who yowls in pain. The Tarask leans back, opens up its mouth, and spends the remaining legendary action of its jaw to come down right on top of Hork. As it closes its jaw on Hork. And that's going to be a natural 20 to hit.
Is that it's a reaction attack? Okay.
It's his legendary action.
Gotcha. Okay. But with my adamantine armor, crits don't crit.
Okay. Good to know.
So, I mean, even though it's a crit, it doesn't crit. Yeah.
And you guys are too close in size for him to be able to swallow you now. I do need you to make a DC 20 Constitution save, please.
Constitution? Okay. I can do that, I think. I should hope. I should like to think with a plus 13 Constitution, I would like to think I could roll better than a 7.
After playing Earthen.
And that was a 19, so.
Yeah.
So that's a 19 plus 13, that's a 32.
Okay, so as he chomps down on you, he does 48 points of piercing damage.
Halved for piercing resistance.
Halved for piercing resistance.
Yep, so 24.
He then rends you, figures out that he can't swallow you. So you take, because you saved on your DC save, you take half of 39 points of thrashing damage.
Of thrashing damage? Okay. All right.
Yeah, because he's basically he's got you in his mouth and he's thrashing you back and forth and unable to swallow you, and then
19
the last minute
19 or 20 then.
What's
half
half
of 39 is 19 and a half, so round up to 20, round down.
No, 19. Always round down.
19. Okay.
Okay.
That's all you rage.
All right, that'll take us to the top of the third round. Pinky, you are up with the Tarask on deck.
Nice. So actually, okay. I have a few things I'm trying to do. I would like some help with just figuring the logistics out a little bit.
Yeah.
So I have sneak attack, which means once per turn you can deal an extra D8, 8d6 damage to one creature you hit with an attack with a finesse or ranged weapon.
Yep.
If you have advantage on the attack roll, you don't need a feat. And then in my first turn, I prepped the Irons of Binding.
Yep.
Which is huge or smaller creature you can see within 60 feet of you as you sphere move through it, and then make a ranged attack roll with an attack bonus equal to your dexterity modifier plus your proficiency bonus. On a hit, the target is restrained until you take a bonus action to speak or command against to release it. I would like to use the sneak attack feature with the binding, the iron bands of binding.
Now, the iron bands of binding, are they a ranged attack spell?
They are technically they are rusty iron sphere, measure 8-inch diameter, weighs. So I think it's like a thing you throw, and it will hit anything within 60 feet of you.
But it's a spell, correct?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
That means it's a ranged spell attack.
Yes.
Am I reading that right? Kurt? Sounds like a ranged spell attack, right?
Yeah, well, the bands of binding. So hang on, let me look up her item real quick.
It's like I think it's a spell object.
Is it? It's just an item, like it's equipment.
Yeah, it's a magical item.
It's a magical item. It's
not a spell.
Yeah, but I think it's like magical, as in it starts small. It's like a ball that you throw within 60 feet.
Rusty Iron Fear. Make a ranged. It's a ranged attack roll, not a spell. It's a ranged attack roll equal to Dex modifier plus proficiency bonus. On hit,
I'm going to reset my camera. I'll be right back.
Yep. Yellow John, did you hear that damage roll?
I did hear the damage roll, like what, 260 something?
265.
All right. Did anything happen in like the last minute that I need to know about? Because I do still have to finish up, but wanted to check in.
Nothing so far.
Okay.
Outside of me just doing massive damage.
This is true.
So can I use my sneak attack features towards this ranged attack?
It's not a ranged attack, though, right? It's a. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a regular ranged attack, not a spell ranged attack. So yeah. Well, I mean, you can use it because technically you're invisible. I'm assuming you have greater invisibility on, which is you can attack and interact for up to a minute while you're invisible.
I'm using. It just says invisibility. A creature you touch becomes invisible until the spell ends. Anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it is the target's person. The spell ends at the target for a target that attacks or casts a spell.
Okay, so that means you're visible
again. You become visible, yeah.
Yeah, so once I do it, I become visible again.
Okay, go ahead and make your ranged attack roll.
Okay, so it's ranged.
Now, are you targeting the Tarask or the Halfling?
I am targeting the Halfling.
That's what I thought. Okay, go for it.
Okay, so... And again, so I can use the sneak attack extra 8d6 damage towards
as long as you hit the target, yeah, because you're coming out of invisibility. So you also have advantage on this roll because of sneak attack.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. So
you were invisible.
And my dexterity modifier is 11, so it would be d20 plus 11.
Yep.
First one is 15 plus 11, so that's 26.
That'll definitely hit. You can roll again to see if you get a crit.
Always worth trying. The other one is 16 plus 11, so that's 27.
Yep. So you definitely hit the halfling. You watch as the bindings clamp onto him. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Ooh.
Hell yeah. Okay.
On a hit, it's restrained until you take a bonus action to speak the command to release it. The creature, once restrained, can use an action to make a DC 20 to break the bands. On a success, is destroyed and it's freed. If the check fails, they automatically fail until 24 hours have elapsed.
Yep.
So
he's bound.
He's restrained.
It's not it doesn't do damage. It just, yeah.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
She gets sneak attack damage though. 4d8.
Yes. So it's 8d6. So does that mean 6 different? Does that mean 8?
8 6-sided. Yes.
Holy shit. Okay. Yes.
I know. Level 20 is a lot of fun because you get to roll a lot of dice.
31.
It's a lot of math.
Nice.
Nice. So, as you see the bindings, and with the force of your tossing them up there, they slam into the halfling. The halfling's body immediately just comes apart into pieces. You watch as its head snaps, its skull like pierces open, and it just like leans over dead on top of the Tarask. And then within moments, the halfling reforms.
Is it still bound?
It is not bound.
Shit. Well, fuck.
I love how you assume the gods told you the truth about it.
God damn it.
Yes,
Okay.
God damn it.
You still have your move.
That my move. Okay. I'm gonna try to use an Eldritch Blast to blast it off this fucking thing.
Your action was the spell,
Oh,
correct?
it's a move. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay. I was optimistic. I'm gonna.
You're channeling your inner Puck.
True. Okay. I'm going to hide behind one of the side barbs.
Okay, give me a stealth check. Let's see how well you can hide. Are you
20.
climbing up onto its back first, or
I
because
think...
you're on the elbow right now?
Oh, I thought it was over here. Shoot, you're right.
You're right there.
There's a little spike on the back that almost looks like a person standing there because I thought
I
the
know.
same thing earlier from the angle.
Yep.
So, yeah, so I got a 24.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try and hide. I'm gonna try and get onto the back and hide behind one of those things.
All right, go ahead and give me athletics or acrobatics to get up onto its back.
I'm gonna do acrobatics, and that's a 17.
Okay, I'll get you up there. There, hiding behind one of the big spikes on its back. That'll finish your turn. The Tarask is up. You got its full attention, Pork.
I figured.
All the attacks, unfortunately, are coming towards you.
Yep. So, question: we double
Shoot.
my damage. How does my defense up armor class change at all?
No, because of the added.
Okay.
What's your current armor class?
23.
Yeah, your armor class stays the same.
Sure. Just making sure.
Yep. All right. All 5 attacks coming at you again.
Yep. The tail. Does the tail do any kind of whipping action, like a knocking, moving action at all? Like a knockback or in normal circumstances or no?
Normally it could knock you prone, but because you're considered one size difference at this point, it cannot knock you prone. You're going to be immune to the condition.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering if it did any pushback or something like that. Trying to map out how I'm trying to work this.
So the first attack coming at you is the bite.
Yep.
That is going to be a 35.
Okay.
You got 2 claw attacks.
Yep.
That is a 38. And a 35.
Okay.
And the horns, another 38. I'm rolling really good with this dice.
Mm-hmm.
And then the tail. That's going to be a 34. So all those hit?
Yep, they all hit.
All right. That is going to be... For the bite... Oh, I could hear him back there. 36... 64... 96... That's going to be a total of, well, we'll do each one. So that's going to be 36 points of piercing damage from the bite.
Okay, which is half to 18.
Okay. 28 points of slashing from the first claw and 28 points of slashing from the second claw.
Okay, 14.
That's going to be 24 points of bludgeoning damage from the tail.
Yep.
And then 32 points from the horns.
16. Okay. I'm going to map it out real quick.
That's because your armor is resistant,
30.
correct?
Yes.
Okay.
6, 18. All right, 56, 74. 30, 26. Yeah, 74.
Okay, still on your feet?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It hurts, but I'm on my feet.
It's going to stay engaged with you.
I mean, you could try to move.
I need to roll a d6 for something else. The halfling is going to do action surge, and he's going to do it all over again. So another bite coming your way.
Question. Yeah. It's real quick because hang on, where'd it go? Shoot, I gotta see which one. Attack. That's attack roll. Sorry, one of these things lets me. Yeah, can I make that roll disadvantage? I'm gonna activate my storm rune.
So normally he gets advantage on his attacks. If you activate the rune, his action surge attacks will be at normal rolls because the disadvantage will cut it down to normal rolls.
Okay, I was trying to re-roll the action surge, the decision for action surge. Gotcha.
Oh, it's not a decision. Oh, you're talking about, okay. I guess technically, well, so the action surge roll is an effect of the mantle. So on a D6, if he gets a 6, the mantle allows him to action surge.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I don't think the rune was. I don't think that storm rune allows.
Yeah.
For
no, it's not for that. Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't think. Yeah. Gotcha. So, but yeah, so he'll be rolling straight then instead of advantage on me.
Correct.
Right? Okay.
So first the bite. Ooh, 21.
Missed.
Okay. 2 claws. That's going to be a 33 and another 21.
Only one hits so far.
The horns. The horns is going to be a 38, and the tail is going to be a 36.
Yep, 3 hits.
Okay. So 28 points of damage for the claw.
So that's 14. Yep.
32 points for the horns, and
16.
24 points for the tail.
24, 12. Okay, so that's math. 30, 42. All right.
Okay. That'll finish the Tarrasque's turn. Yellowjin, you are up with Tinkerfoot
on
deck.
All right, let me see what I can do here that doesn't
I'm
require
groaning
concentration.
and in much pain.
All right. Can you hear me better with my other mic now? Is this working better?
Oh, yes.
That's
That
great.
is glorious. Thank you.
Cool. All right.
The only problem I had with your other microphone is it sounded like you were shouting at me.
Yeah.
And then what would happen is I couldn't hear you because when you got a little too loud, it would then like disappear, like your voice would disappear.
Gotcha. All right, I am looking at what I can do here. So,
Concentration.
yeah, that's the thing. It's
Concentration.
what can I do without concentrating on things?
I mean, you can stop concentrating. That way the Tarrasque can swallow Horik a lot easier.
Yeah, it seems like a bad idea.
I don't know. I mean, Drax fought from the inside, right?
Yeah, that's fair. Well, he thought he was.
Right. I'll go inside. Oh.
Sorry. The other unfortunate thing about breaking that is I haven't really had a chance to plot out my actions.
Well, any healing you can provide.
Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot.
I know.
Let's see what I can do for you, because unfortunately, none of my spells are healing. That's literally just my... Okay. What I can do is help you out a little bit here. Let me make absolutely sure. Yes! Okay. Oh, and it's a bonus action? Oh, no. I'm going to use my action to unsling my broken tusk off my chest. And I'm going to blow the Horde of the Ancestral Horde. Which lets me summon 3d4 plus 3 berserkers. I had them in my notes as Loxodon because I'm a Loxodon. But let's see how many I get.
Okay, go for it.
What did that? Okay. I just summoned 12 Loxodon berserkers.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. They're friendly to me and will obey my commands because I meet their stat. So, yeah, 12 berserkers. I have no idea stats on those. So,
does it give it to you in the spell?
Let me pull it up again one more time because I don't think it did. And again, I'm sorry. Beyond everything else, that whole thing in my kitchen really distracted me.
Oh, that kitty won. It got your attention.
I'm
guessing it was the cat that broke the shell.
No. Like I'll tell you about it. It doesn't give them stats. It just says the statistics of a berserker. But yeah, I just Googled that real quick.
I actually may have the stats for that. Give me one sec.
13 armor class, 67 hit points, speed 30 feet, initiative roll +1. They have reckless. They can gain advantage on melee attacks. They attack with great axes according to the D&D Beyond sheet. Melee weapon attack +5 to hit. Reach 5 feet. 1d12 +3 slashing damage.
All right. So I'm going to. I assume they probably have summoning sickness, but yeah, I'm just going to kind of like draw my arm around.
Well, they only have summoning sickness if it actually says so in the spell.
They do not then. Okay. I'm not used to spells. I'm used to being purely physical. Everyone, protect. It's like help the. I'm sorry, dear. I never quite got your speech. Help the big guy, the big one. Help,
wait.
Not the Tarrasque. The non-Tarrasque big guy.
Just attack the Tarrasque. That's enough. That's good.
If you can, like, get in there and attack the Tarrasque too. Like, I mean, I didn't think that needed to be spelled out, but whatever. Okay, dearies.
And for my bonus action, I'm going to give Kurt as much healing as I can. Give me 1 second here, and I'll roll those 2 up.
Please and thank you.
So, too many things.
Level 20. Every round lasts twice as long, 3 times as long. Especially if you have the former bard, now fighter, having to do math.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Well, the main reason why I wanted us to have a little fun with this break, between the holiday break that happened last week, give you a real good vantage point of what you need to start planning for getting towards level 20.
Yep.
You know, getting to really know your characters makes a pretty significant difference.
This is a not being a healer in anything in the past. If I crit on one of these recovery rolls, does it do anything, or is it just what?
It's an attack roll, right? So that would double. It would.
Yeah, because
should
it
act
is
like a.
technically an attack roll, so that would be that would actually be 30 on that one. And let me roll that other one again.
Okay.
You're not gonna fucking believe this. I got it twice. You got 60 back.
Nice.
Sweet.
Needed that badly. Thank you,
All
sir. 60 back. All right.
Do you want to move at all, Yellowjin?
I'm going to let's see. Let me get on here. I'm going to kind of move in. I know you don't have enough tokens on there, or whatever. I'm going to kind of disperse myself in my herd and try to make myself less of a target.
Okay.
I assume like they're spectral, but I don't know how much the Tarrasque does that.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's just a dozen Luxodon berserkers yourself, kind of crowd into the base of the creature. Correct.
So I'm just going to mix myself in there, but try to stick close to.
Okay.
To,
At the end of your turn, it's going to spend a legendary action to take a claw swipe at one of your herd members. That will hit with a 35. And that will be 28 points of damage to one of the herd members.
so we got one down to 47.
So we're 67 minus 28.
Yeah. I heard 20.
Nine.
I,
Yeah. 39.
yeah, I misheard. That's all.
Yep.
All right. That'll finish his legendary action. Did we lose Tinkerfoot?
She's there.
There's Tinkerfoot. Tinkerfoot, you are up with Faye on deck.
Hit something this time.
Okay, I'm splitting my screen, so I don't know if my camera still show up.
Yep, we still see you.
Yay. Okay, so I'm going to try. Let me switch over.
Now,
Am
one
I-
of the things you could do as a barbarian is you could declare your attack to be reckless. That'll give you advantage on your attack, and I believe you get a plus 15, I think, or a plus 10 to the attack roll with reckless.
Let me pull it in.
Attacks have advantage till the start of the next turn.
Or the opponents get a bonus.
They get a
Plus
bonus
10.
against you, I think. Hang on.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up real quick. Reckless attack. Yeah, because you throw. Yeah, so you can decide to attack recklessly. Gives you advantage on melee weapon attack. Well, you already have advantage. Everybody has advantage on attack rolls.
Correct.
Because I crit on the guy. She's
Oh,
already
that's
got
right.
advantage. Yeah.
Okay, so that'd be waste.
Yeah. Don't reckless attack. You've already got advantage on the guy.
Am I able to sneak past this toe without me noticing?
I mean, I don't think he cares if you choose to. Do you want to get to the rear? Is that the plan?
I want to get like right there at one of his toes, like at the tip of it.
Sure, I'll just make it easier for him to stop you. But yeah, go right for it.
Oh, I didn't think that through. I didn't think that through. I let my intrusive thought
Uh-oh.
cut off the toe.
The internet goblins are attacking you, Imani. There you go. Now you're back.
You said what? No. Yeah, I thought you heard. But I had an intrusive thought. I was like, cut off the toe, and I'm invested now. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
try
that's
to
fine.
knock
Go
his
ahead and
toe.
take. Yeah, go ahead and I'll give you a chance if you get a natural 20. So go ahead and take both of your attacks with advantage because of Horik's previous attack.
Okay.
Damn internet goblins.
It was a 30. Okay. Is it still, can you see me?
Yeah, but your
Can you see me?
internet. Yeah, but your internet was lagging out.
Yeah, it's not right out here. Yay for away. Can you hear me now?
Now we can. Yeah,
Yes,
much
there
better.
we go.
Okay, I got a 30.
30 will definitely hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
It's a 13.
13 points of damage. Go ahead, take your second attack.
With advantage.
With advantage.
It's a 20. Oh, okay. What's it? How much is advantage?
You roll twice, and take the highest roll.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's just both 24 at the same time. Cool. 24.
24 to hit.
And then roll.
That'll just barely miss
Yes.
as the armor class is a 25. So that, while your first strike
Oh my
slams
God.
down into his foot, your second strike, like your weapon bounces off the near mythical strength of its hide.
You hit the nail.
Hurt.
You hit the toe, then you hit the nail. Clang!
And that'll finish your turn, Tinkerfoot.
Tinkerfoot hit him in the foot.
That's where the name comes from.
Yep.
She's
I was
tinkering
wondering
with
if
his
anyone was
foot.
going to notice.
Oh no, I picked up on it. All right, Faye, you are up with Horik on deck.
Okay. Did I hear you say that he had spent his last legendary resistance?
No, he spent a secondary or his second legendary
Third.
resistance.
Well,
He spent 3, right?
No, I
Or
think
what was the
he-
legendary action?
Because it was 2 for me, and then he burned 1 more at some point during the last round.
No, that's a legendary action.
It was a legendary action. Not reaction, but action.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
He's
well then-
he's only burned through 2 of them because of your polymorph.
All right. I will do Mind Spike on him at 8th level.
Nice.
So he can make a save of Wisdom save 19, and he'll make it at disadvantage because I'm spending a sorcery point.
All right. Which is a regular save for him, which is not going to do any good because that is a flat 14. He has no bonus for his wisdom saves.
Okay. Okay, so I will roll 10d8.
Woohoo!
Or roll 9d8, sorry.
10d8? Holy.
90.
98?
Oh, yeah.
A mere
Fuck it.
9d8.
It's only 98.
It's only
It's only
9d8.
going to be enough.
98.
1, 2, 3,
Too bad 98 could never be 98.
Yeah.
8.
Let the math rocks speak for themselves.
Oh, this is
Later.
okay. 6 plus 4 plus 5 plus 3 is 18. Plus 9 plus 12, 18. So 18 plus 18
36.
plus 3 is 39.
39.
Any
Um,
special effects? from
Taras
that
gets a
thing?
gentle little nosebleed from the mind sliver. Just bellows and roars in pain.
And as a bonus action,
Does that Mind Spike come with any like bonuses or just a hit?
no, I mean it's just a save, and then
I mean, there's no like incapacitation or anything like that, or
make wisdom save, take damage. On a failed save, I know their location until the spell ends.
oh,
And he
okay.
can't be hidden from me, but he's pretty big, so
I mean, he's, a couple hundred feet.
he's a pretty big dude.
He's 100
Taras
feet tall.
casts
and a couple hundred feet
invisibility.
in length. So yeah, he's a big dude.
And can I fly within 30 feet of the halfling? I have 70 feet of movement, so I think I might be able to.
You're currently 70 feet up, so you're
90.
gonna fly 70 feet over.
Yeah, I'm 90 feet up, so I'd be flying towards him.
Oh, that's right. You're 90 feet up.
Yeah.
So that would put you right there.
Okay. And can I, so I have an ability called telepathic speech, where as a bonus action, I can choose a creature within 30 feet of me and speak telepathically to them. Can I try and like basically intimidate him, like get in his mind and
The halfling?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me an intelligence save when you do that.
Okay. That's not my strength. It's a 17.
Okay, you're gonna take half damage.
Okay.
So you take half of 31 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
When you connect with the halfling, he is screaming in terror.
Oh.
Almost he feels like he's dying. And the psychic shockwave of you connecting with him while he's wearing the mantle nearly does your own mind in. You do not get the feeling that he's in control, that the mantle itself is actually in control.
Oh, shoot. All right, I'm just gonna, if I can, I'll just scream to the group. He's not in, the halfling's not in control. It's the mantle. We need to get the mantle.
Okay. So
And
as
that'll
a
be
free
the
action, you scream that out to everybody. At the end of your turn, he's going to take a second legendary action and do a tail swipe at the berserker mob that is now mobbing around him. That's going to be a 24, which will hit. And that is going to be... Why'd that page go away? That's funny. That's going to be 24 points of bludgeoning damage to one of the members of the berserker mob. You're on mute.
Are you I'm just curious. Are you picking the?
No,
the
you could
berserker race?
displace it any way you want. That way, if you want the, if you add up the pool of 12 members,
Okay.
you could shift it around.
Okay. I'm just gonna go with another one. So
Okay.
the one that didn't get injured last time. I should
Yeah,
say.
as long as you're keeping track, I'm just going to dole it out.
Okay. Let me give a notepad open here.
Okay.
All right.
That'll finish its legendary action. That'll finish Faye's turn as well. Hork, you are up, and then Pinky is on deck for the start of round 4.
All right, let me take those down.
And we will not be taking a break tonight. So if you guys, because these are longer rounds,
Yep.
if you want to go get a drink or use the bathroom, just jump on up, and do it when you need to.
I'm gonna go on and roll out my 4d4 for
Okay.
my regular attack for the 4 attacks.
Okay.
Yuck! 2 of those missed. 2 hit, 2 missed.
Okay.
Because so it's a 27 and a 32. The other 2 definitely missed.
Okay.
All right. And go. See if I can put any sweetness on this. So those will be 4d4s for each of those hits. What's this? Okay. So that's 12 plus 9 is 21 plus 11 is, hang on, no, 32 on that hit.
Okay.
And then re-roll those. There we go. 10, 18, 29. And I'm going to use, because I got with Giant's Might on one of those, I can add a d10 to that
Okay.
swing, which is a measly 3. So make that one also, just going to make that one a 32, even them out for us. And sorry, where do I add this bad boy in there? Okay. Now I'm going to invoke the fire rune on a hit, which is going to give me 2 extra d6 attack to summon fiery shackles. And it has to make a DC 18 strength saving throw.
Oh, that's its bread and butter.
I know.
That is going to be a 26.
Okay. All right, so yeah, it takes 2d6 fire damage and must succeed. Yeah, so the 2d6 fire damage still hits. It just doesn't get restrained.
Gotcha.
And that's 3 again. Great roll on that one. So that would be 67. 67 damage. Let me go on an action surge. My second action surge.
How much fire damage did he take?
It was 3 fire damage.
Okay, which he's immune to fire, so you notice that the fire.
Okay, so then you go back
doesn't do anything
to.
him.
Okay, so then that's 64 then.
Okay.
Yep. I'll go on an action surge, and so I'll burn up my last action surge.
Okay.
There you are. Take that off. Be 4 more attacks.
Go for it.
I got a 20 again. It's I don't know if you can here.
Oh, I believe you.
Yeah.
If you roll 16 d20s, the
Eventually you're gonna get some
likelihood
20s.
is the random number generator is going to pop twice.
Right, and so with that, I'm going to re-roll one of those because one of them definitely didn't hit. One did hit, the other 2 did hit. So the nat 20 plus the 2 others hit, and one was a nat 1. So
Okay.
I'll re-roll that one. It's a 12, so that's going to hit also. That's because that's 29. Okay, so that's 4 more hits. Plus the one of those was the special fancy boy. So we're going to roll 8. For that critical, I'll roll the critical one first, which is 8d6.
Correct.
Yep. All right. 10, 20, 31, 36. Well, so that's 47.
Okay.
All right, that's 47 for that. First for the critical smack. Didn't roll as well that time. $10, 17, 28. Second swing. And everyone has advantage again on melee attacks against this guy, or on attacks against this guy. That's 29. And as my bonus action, I'll go on and roll another attack because of the crit.
Okay. And action surge is not a bonus action, right?
No, action surge
Okay.
is not. It's just a thing. Yeah.
It's a feat. It's a feature.
Yeah. It's a
Gotcha.
feature for
I
fighters.
always forget about that.
And that was a 36 to hit. So
Yep, that'll hit.
1 off. If I had Keen Edge or something, that would have been another crit. But anyway. That is 8 plus 8 is 16, 27. All right. So that was, I already told you 64 from the first 4 swings,
Correct.
2 hit. That was
Yep.
64. Do you want me to just give you the next total together, or 64 add to the rest of the total?
I've
Which would
already
be
got the
easier for-
64 down.
You got 64. Okay.
I
right.
also have 47, 28, 29, 27,
And then another 27.
and then another 27.
Yeah. So that totals up, let's see, 64, 111, 139,
I think you did almost another 265.
Not quite, but over 200 for sure. So
Nice.
195, 232.
Yep, that's what I got.
232.
Nice.
232.
Sweet.
Nice. I rolled another 6. Okay, so at the end of your turn, it's going to use its last legendary action to tail swipe you.
Yep.
That is going to be a 33, so that's going to be 24 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. So that's 12. Half again to 12.
All right. That finishes the round. We're at the top of the 4th round. Pinky, you are up with the Tarrasque on deck.
Okay.
So you're currently up on its back, about 20 feet behind the halfling target. You can see that Horik is the main, like, he's keeping the Tarrasque engaged. You feel like that in the long run, the physical prowess of the Tarrasque is probably going to win no matter what you do. But because of Horik's ability to keep it focused on him, he's not really doing much to anybody else. You could also see that Elysium has swarmed some Luxodon berserkers up into its path, and Tinkerfoot has directly engaged it. And now floating in front of the great head, you could see Faye as she's getting ready to do what, but then you hear Faye yell something about it's the mantle, not the halfling. And you hear her yell out that the mantle should be the focus.
So I'm going to, first of all, make sure that I'm like holding tightly to the Tarrasque.
Okay.
I'm a little bit underneath. I would like to try and use Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Specifically at the mantle, but also to kick it off the Tarrasque. Because he seemed. Is there any chance that because of Faye's engagement with him, he's distracted? Is there any chance I could use that for an advantage?
What's your passive perception?
My passive perception is... sorry, where do I see my...
It'd be under your saves if you're looking at it.
It should be near your saves, yeah.
So I have... Okay, so my passive perception is 11, but my passive wisdom is 23.
Okay, yeah, we'll go with your passive wisdom. We'll say that you notice that the halfling, like, the mantle is like formed into its body. And you also notice that the halfling is partially amalgamated or formed into the armor of the Tarrasque. It feels like a symbiotic physical kind of outcome right now. He is melted into it. The mantle's melted into him. His pulsing orange eyes, it doesn't seem like distraction matters to him. He is focused in a very catatonic way.
So I guess I would try to blast towards the feet and see if I can kind of kick him off this way.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's do whole thing. So
that's so funny, Alexa. I can hear him. Yeah!
He's amped up over there.
I accidentally rolled for damage.
I'm amped up over here.
Didn't. Okay, so 15.
15 to hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, you watch as you blast one of the legs off of the halfling. It goes twirling away and kind of like lands on the Tarrasque, and you watch as it just kind of liquefies and gels and reattaches to the halfling.
Dang it. Okay. I didn't want to do it, but I'll do it. Can I use my bonus action to run over to the halfling, and I'm just gonna take it to my own hands and try and forcibly knock him
off. Removing the mantle is an action to try to remove the mantle.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna run closer to him, but still try to stay as hidden as I can.
I mean, to be honest with you, he would never know you're there. So if you just want to, I mean, he's catatonic. The mantle's overcome him. I mean, basically, it's going to take an action for you to try to rip the mantle off of his body. But you already did your action.
Yeah. So, okay. So I'm just gonna run towards it.
Well, you're ready to do it next round.
It's true. Okay. A genuine question. My other object is the chime of opening. Do you think this will open to the chime? No, right?
What does the chime of opening do?
A hollow metal tube measured about 1 foot long, weighs about strikes. It is an action, so it doesn't matter, but it's door lid lock, so it opens doors, lids, and locks.
I mean, you could always try, see what happens during your next turn.
Okay, I'll wait. I'm just gonna try and stabilize myself. Can I use the bonus action just to stabilize myself and make sure that I'm a little bit?
Sure, I'll say you use your bonus action to keep from having to make a athletics or acrobatics check. You're just kind of holding on to the Tarrasque while you're behind the halfling.
Yeah, thanks. We'll see what happens.
That will finish your turn. I rolled a d6 on the bonus on the action surge for the mantle, which will be its last action surge. So there are 10 attacks coming.
Yep.
As you, Boric.
Yep. As a reaction on the first one,
Okay.
on the first attack, I would like to invoke the stone rune.
Okay.
No, when a creature was, I has to end his turn. Okay, never mind. I have to wait till he ends his turn.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
So does he still have disadvantage, or is that just last round?
That was the
one of the runes.
That was the
storm rune.
There you go, storm rune. How
long does it last?
Attack roll. I can use my reaction. I have to use my reaction to do it. I have to use a reaction to make it to invoke the rune.
Gotcha.
Or well, I've invoked the. Well, let me read it. Okay, you can invoke the rune as a bonus action to enter a prophetic state, or until you're incapacitated until the state ends. When another creature you can see within 60 feet of you makes an attack roll, saving throw, or an ability check, you can use reaction to cause the roll to have advantage or disadvantage. So it lasts for a minute.
So is that a single attack roll?
It just says an attack roll, yeah. So it'd be a single attack roll, but I haven't used the reaction for it, so.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
So that's first the bite coming at you.
Yep.
That is a 36.
Okay.
2 claws.
It'd be 18.
36. 30 for the claws.
Okay.
The horns. 36. The tail. 34. So that's going to be.
So that's the first before action surge. Yeah.
Correct. So that's going to be a 36 for the bite.
Okay.
28 twice for claws. So 28 and 28.
Okay.
32 for the horns and 24 for the tail.
All right. Yep. They all hit.
Well, that was damage.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yep. Nope.
Yeah, what I just wrote out to you was damage.
I got you. Okay. All right. Hang on. Let me. 1 second. 18, 14, 14, 16, 12. Okay.
Okay.
Are you still up?
Yep. I'm still up.
Oh.
Not by a lot, but I'm still up.
Yeah. That's going to be a 27 for the bite.
Okay.
38 for a claw.
Okay.
27 for a claw.
Okay.
That is going to be 37 for the horns.
Okay.
And 31 for the tail.
Okay. Yep. They all hit.
Okay. Same damage you got before because I'm using averages.
Okay. 28. So that's 40, 56, 74. Okay. I'm down, but I come back with 1. So it takes me all the way down to 0.
Okay.
But I pop back up with 1 because I have Indomitable.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Or Relentless Endurance. Sorry, rather. There we go. Yeah. So Relentless Endurance puts me back up. But also, Orcish Fury. When I pop back up from that, I get an immediate attack. Immediately after you use Relentless Endurance trait, you can use a reaction to make 1 weapon attack.
Keep in mind, you're back to normal size now. Because when you go unconscious, all the spell effects end because you go unconscious. Your Relentless allows you to then get 1 hit point back.
Would that still with mine? Because
No, that's both.
okay.
You're no longer concentrating, and whatever you use to enlarge yourself, Horik, would have also faded as well.
Okay, Giant's Might doesn't mention that on it. Others that I have do mention incapacitated. That one didn't.
So what does Giant's Might say?
Giants. Okay, I'll read it out. You have learned how to imbue yourself with the Might of Giants. As a bonus action, you magically gain the following benefits, which last for 1 minute. If you're smaller than large, become large, or in this case, huge, because I've got the level 18 bonus to it, makes me huge.
How do you invoke Giant's Might?
It was a bonus action on the first round.
Yeah, but how do you invoke it? You activate it? Is it a spell effect?
It just says you imbue yourself with the Might of Giants. It doesn't say spell effect. It's a Rune Knight feature.
Okay, so it's a Rune Knight feature.
Yeah.
Okay,
but
I'll let you keep your enlarge effect, but
so it would be huge size,
yeah. Fades. Yeah.
Yeah. So
okay.
Huge, but not huge, but not not colossal.
Blade is like, can you add another Tarask?
Yeah.
I know. I don't think they need another Tarask.
But no, to answer your question, Eric, no, you didn't attack with them, or you didn't tell them to attack, or
okay,
roll your attack.
I'm used to those. Okay. All right. Yeah. They've only had like 1 turn, right?
Yeah, they're summoned turn. Okay, so I'm back down to 2 hit dice on this one now, right? So that would be or not hit, but 2 damage dice. Okay,
correct.
That's fine.
All right.
And I roll with advantage because it's not my turn.
No, the Tarask is just finished up.
Right. Well, yeah, it's not. And with my hit, it's not my turn yet. So.
Yep. All right.
And that's
do you get it as a reaction?
It's as I'll read it. I'll read the.
Like when it says that you drop to 1 or you drop to 0, you immediately jump
up.
I
drop to 0. I pop back up with 1. Yeah. So when you are reduced to 0 HP but not killed, you can drop to 1 HP instead per long rest. That's relentless endurance. So no, I didn't actually go down. I'm sorry. Did I read that wrong? So when you reduce to 0 HP but not killed, and I wasn't killed because you didn't over my max.
0 is
unconscious. You dropped to 1 instead. Yeah, so I dropped to 1 HP.
0 is unconscious. So you drop. So you drop to 0, which is an unconscious state. Relentless allows you to immediately become 1 hit point.
Well, it says drop to 1 instead. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. So it doesn't
well,
say
not
drop
instead.
To pop up.
You do both. You do both.
Well, it says instead.
Yeah, I have a hard time with that one.
But I'm okay to read it your way. That's not a problem.
Yeah, I've always been very, very adamant about relentless. You go unconscious.
I just want to stay colossal size.
Oh, I know you do.
But it also Orcish Fury attack immediately after you use your relentless endurance trait.
Right.
You can use your reaction to make 1 weapon attack.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm not even going to bother you. I'm not
going
to do that.
If you want to do that.
Nope. I'm not going to use that as my reaction.
Right.
Instead, I'm going to use my stone rune because his turn just ended, right?
Correct.
So I'm at 1 HP and I'm using my stone rune. When a creature you can see ends its turn within 30 feet of you, you can use reaction to force the creature to make a wisdom saving throw, DC 18.
Okay.
Unless the save succeeds, the creature is charmed by you for 1 minute. While charmed, it has a speed of 0, incapacitated, descending into a dreamy stupor. It repeats the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on a success. Once you invoke this rune, you can't do it again to another short rest or long rest. So we got to make a DC 18.
It is immune to charm, frightened, paralyzed, and poisoned.
Boo!
That was a good call though, because its wisdom sucks.
I know.
And
that's the only thing.
To answer your question earlier, Faye, I think you were right. He does only have 1 legendary resistance left.
Ah, okay.
He has 1 left because he originally started with 3. He's burnt through 2, and I've always used the rule that when they're down to their last 1, I always call it out and let everyone know he's down to 1 legendary resistance. All right, that finishes his turn. Yellowjin, you are up. You're no longer concentrating on the enlarge effect on Horik, but Horik
Unless you want to do it again.
Yeah, unless you want to do it again. Horik is in front of you still.
Horik!
Looking very, very rough.
Very. You saw me get like all but obliterated.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and give you a couple of punches again just to do that. So I'm going to use my bonus action first here. Give me 1 second to get those. All right, very first one is 13.
Is this for your mercenary mob?
No, this is for me. This is
Okay.
I'm punching him with my
Oh,
my
for
hands
healing. Gotcha. Go for it.
So the second one was a 14. All right, for my mob, how does that work? Like, is that an action for me to do to direct them? Or
It's a bonus. It would be a bonus action for you to. So if they're on your same initiative,
So
right?
It doesn't say anything about that because
then
I'm not
roll a
used to having
d20
people.
and we'll put them on a different initiative.
Okay, give me a second.
Yeah, roll a d20.
I assume we're going to do it as a group because doing it with 12 of them would be insane.
Correct. You'll be able to roll 12 attacks at once.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So, okay, they got a 17 initiatives. They actually go slightly before me. But
Their
Yep. So go ahead and roll them first. So go ahead and.
okay, I'm going to have all 12 of them attack the Trask.
Okay.
Their initiative
roll
is
12.
+1 too. Also.
Oh,
So
okay,
18.
Yeah.
All right.
18.
So let me find. I hope I didn't close it, but the Berserker.
If you go to Discord, it's got your stat block in
Oh,
Discord.
cool.
Yep.
Sorry, it's not been a fun night for some of this random crap for me.
No, I know. Especially when your kitchen tries to kill you.
Their attacks are all +5
Okay, attacks are all +5
and
so
1d12
it is-
+3 slashing damage.
Okay, so oh god, what is their? Okay, so
At the start of their turn, they can gain advantage on all melee attack rolls. Also, if you use reckless trait for them.
okay, we might as well. I mean, the spectrum
I'll-
goes. So
Yeah, I'll read the stat blocks for you to help you out.
okay, so I got 12 of these. I'll roll 12 d20 for these guys
With advantage, right?
Is it?
If you're
Well, yeah,
using
you're-
reckless, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you want to use up what you got with these guys. I mean,
Right. Please?
Okay,
Because
so,
Someone
you
take
know,
its attention away?
yeah.
yep. So we're gonna roll the first 12, and we'll see what we get here. This is gonna be fun. So, all right, let's make a list here.
It pops up as you rolled 108.
Yeah, I know. I was hoping it would give me a list there. So give me a minute because this is. I'm gonna have to do these like. I'm gonna go to Google for this just so they're visible.
Yeah, it just
Google.
added them all up instead of showing you the
Google. It's
individuals.
always with Google.
I mean, you could just have like an actual die in your hand.
Yeah, but the problem is I don't. That would take absolutely forever. But,
Just
roll-
roll,
I have
12
2,
12
4,
d20s.
6.
You got this.
8.
okay,
9,
so I'm actually gonna do a
10.
roll here. Right. And you said that they get advantage if they're being
11.
reckless, right?
Correct.
Yes, they get advantage with reckless.
Because they're reckless.
Oh man,
Alright.
look at me! I have 11 d20s.
All
Oh
right.
wait, if I count my mini one, I have 12. If I count my little bitty one, I have 12.
No, squinting your rolls doesn't count. That's just bad.
It's
Bad
a mini.
form.
It's a
Bad
little
form.
it's a baby. See it?
Yeah, I see it.
Baby.
Okay,
It's still
one of them
squinting.
critted. I'm still typing out my list of rolls here, so this is
Okay.
taking a second. But one of them has critted, so he is not going to re-roll that. but
I'm going to make it
that's-
easy on you.
Uh-huh.
It takes a 25 or higher to hit it.
Okay, so one of them absolutely does anyway. So
Right.
all right,
They
and-
have to crit to hit then, if that's the case, because they got a
Okay.
+5 to hit, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they have a
Okay.
+5 to hit. So only the one that crit hit right now.
Okay, so we'll get him out of there. We'll roll these other ones, and let's see what we get. Another one has critted, so we have 2 hits.
It's 2 hits.
Okay.
And let's find what their. I know you have the stats posted, but yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
It's
So
in
it's
the,
D12 plus
it's D12 plus
3
3, yeah.
All right, 1d12 plus 3 doubled.
So 2d12 plus 3. Twice. Yeah.
All right, so we will go ahead and roll that. Give me. Not use these. Okay, so that is a 23 damage and a 21 damage.
Okay. We'll say the mob of Luxodon are just swarming it, hacking into it, climbing up to its ankle, like swarming all around it. Meanwhile, Tinkerfoot's like just steadily chopping away. I want this toe.
If I had a hammer. I do have a hammer, really big hammer.
All right, so that was your mercenary mob. Now, what is Yellowjin doing?
Okay, I'm just going to call that bonus action from what I did earlier. Like,
you bonus action heal Horik at this point. So you have your action and your move.
Okay. I assume I'm within 60 feet of the Tarrasque, right?
Yep, you're within 15 feet.
Okay, cool. Let me see if I can do that. I think I can do that as a bonus. Or is that considered an attack? I believe it is. But let's take a look here. Yeah, that is a spell attack, so I can absolutely do that. Are you considered a spell attack? Okay. All right. The very first thing I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to reduce the dress size. So he has to make a let's see. I believe it's a dexterity roll, but let me take a look. Yeah, it's a con save of 14.
Con save of 14. And it's con and strength are its bread and butter.
Yeah.
So con is going to be a natural 20 plus 10, 30.
Oof. Okay, so that did not work. I don't think it does anything. Okay, success has no effect. All right.
So that was your action, bonus action. All you got
that was my
your
action.
move.
So I can still move.
Correct.
Earthen, does it?
Keep in mind, it does have a reach of 15 feet. So if you move, it can use its reaction to take a swipe at you.
You're fine. Earthen, do you have any? Is anybody being affected by anything? Like any conditions, basically?
Well, I mean, she's raging, but
oh, well, I mean conditions that we want to avoid.
No.
Okay, so that's fine.
Outside of near death.
Outside of the PTSD, post-Tarrasque stress disorder.
Right.
So finish your turn, or are you moving?
I'm almost positive that I am not. 1 second. Yeah, I don't think I'm moving anywhere. Okay. I'm just checking to see if I can do it.
Tinkerfoot, you are up with Faye on deck.
Okay.
And you have advantage on your attacks if you make any attacks.
So did I at least get the toe, or is it just...
It's a pretty big toe. A natural 20 will lop it off, but other than that, you're just doing damage to its foot.
A natural 20. Yeah, okay. I'll still go for it.
All right, 2 attacks with advantage.
I'm so dead set on it now.
Go walking into the drinking tavern with a Tarrasque toe wrapped around your...
It's a 24.
24 will just barely miss. Go ahead and take your second attack.
Did you attack with advantage? You rolled double or just single?
I did not. I rolled single.
Okay, so roll again.
Is that for both rolls? Or just...
Yeah, for both rolls.
Both rolls, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Cool.
Yep. Advantage.
The second one is a 20, so it won't hit even with...
Ooh.
Okay, so the first attack is a myth. It's the
myth.
weapon bounces off the natural armor of the Tarrasque.
Please
Go ahead
just
and
let it
make
be a natural 20.
What'd you get?
None of it will hit.
None of them hit.
The second one was an 18.
Yeah, while you're watching all the Luxodons swarm around you, you're just hacking away at this armored toe. And each time it's like sparks coming off as you can't quite get through the natural hide of the creature. still have a
I feel so
bonus
disappointed.
action. So anything? I know you're raging. Is there anything your bonus action can do other than rage?
Let's see. Frenzy attack. While you frenzy, you can make a single weapon attack as a bonus action for each one of your turns after this one. Nothing that'll really
Like
help
a
me in the
bonus
moment.
action. I think you can bonus if you frenzy. Your bonus action gives you an extra attack.
Oh, okay, then I'll just do that.
Yeah, and that's with advantage because technically any
Yep.
attacks made on
Still
it
have
are with
advantage.
advantage. Yep.
Okay.
So technically, with your bonus action, you can get 3 attacks per round.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So does that go this one or the next turn?
This turn.
Okay.
Go ahead and give yourself one more attack with advantage.
Please.
Hit something.
Oh my god.
The thing's the size of an apartment building. Hit it.
It
I feel
is
like you're Lancelot
23.
with the sword hitting the castle right now.
What'd you get?
Yeah, I am. 'Cause it's a 23 and it won't hit.
Oh, so close.
If this was a regular game, my rolls would just be amazing.
You'd be standing. You would have already banished it by now if this was a regular game. Banishing
Right,
arrow
Faye,
would have
you
sent
are
that.
up
Amazing.
with Hork. I'm sorry. At the end of Tinkerfoot's turn, the Taras is going to use all 3 legendary actions and attempt to swallow one of the mercenary forms. I need the mercenary to make a strength saving throw, please.
All right, let me pull the guy up here. What's
They have
so
a plus
+3.
3.
So it's-
Yeah.
Okay. 1 second. 20 roll. Yeah, I failed. That's a 10.
So he will take 56 points of piercing damage. He's swallowed and is currently sitting inside of a stomach full of acid.
Well, I mean, they're spectral, so I mean.
Go ahead and give me a con save.
Okay.
If you just make it one of the ones that already got
I was gonna
hit,
say I'm just gonna
he's
make
dead.
it one of the
It's just
one of the
still
guys
one,
that got
yeah.
injured. So,
Okay,
yeah, he's-
that's fine. Yep, so you're
crystals
down
out.
to 11 of your mercenaries.
That's fine.
But that will use up all of his legendary actions for the turn. Faye, you are up with Hork on deck.
All right. I'm gonna fly 30 feet straight forward and try and rip the mantle off this guy if I can.
Okay, so you're gonna fly up and hover in front of it while Pinky is behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Give me a strength check, please.
Okay. A strength check.
Yep.
That's gonna be a 7.
7. So as you touch it and you try to rip it off, I need you to make an intelligence save, please.
Okay. That's gonna be an 8.
An 8. You are going to take 36 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And you are currently stunned until the beginning of the creature's next turn.
Okay. Does that mean
Not too
that
long.
does that mean that I can't take a bonus action? I assume yes, right?
Yep, correct. Yeah, you are now stunned.
All right. In that case, I'm done.
All right, that'll finish Faye's turn. Hork, you are up, and then we'll be at the top of the 5th round. with
Okay.
Pinky on deck.
So I have a question.
Uh-oh.
If I was to, would the Tarask understand drop as let go of the crown? Would
Let's
it
see.
would it consider itself holding the crown?
So the challenge you have is that you think the Tarask is sentient while others engaging the halfling know otherwise. You would have heard Faye yell to focus on the mantle. You're not entirely sure because
I mean,
You're
well,
not
if I
sh-
said drop, would it drop the whole the halfling?
I mean you could try.
Like, would it consider carrying the halfling? I guess that's kind of what I'm
Until
getting
you
at. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to use my one of my fancy runes and command the Tarask.
Okay.
That's a Wisdom 14.
Okay. It is currently immune to command because of the mantle. So I'll say that when you use the rune, you get the feeling, since you finally use something that lets you understand their kind of relationship, the relationship feels symbiotic. In truth, you're all beginning to realize the mantle's what's in control right now.
Okay. It's been biting at me, so it's down like at my level, right? It's not up in the air as it is right now.
I mean,
or is
it's thrashing about. I mean,
well,
technically,
I'm wanting to jump on the bastard's head. I'm wanting to jump on him.
Jumping on his head's gonna be a little bit too high, but you could certainly try to climb up onto his arm.
Okay, even so, how hard is too hard? I have phenomenal athletics.
He's currently 75 feet up in the air to jump on his head.
I have a plus 15 to athletics. How much would that give me on a jump?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I mean, I have phenomenal athletics.
Yeah, I keep forgetting we're playing level 20.
Like, and I'm also huge size as well.
Yeah, I'm looking for the jump. Jumping is what I want.
Because I mean, I realize it's not a normal action, but at the same time, if I've got the, I'm very athletic.
No, I agree. Trying to find. D&D Beyond sucks. They just their search algorithm fucking sucks. Those developers at D&D Beyond should be embarrassed. Their search algorithm is so crappy. I'm going to the Colville guide.
Right now, D&D and Beyond is watching this, crying.
It keeps pulling the.
I know, right?
It keeps pulling the spell jump when I look for jump.
I know, it's stupid, right?
Yeah. Hang on. Sources, Player's Handbook.
So it's your character's strength score, and occasionally includes athletics check if you want to clear obstacles. So it's if you've got a strength score of 15, you could jump a total of 15 feet.
I have a strength score of 29.
So you could jump, we'll round it to 30 feet. Well, hold on. If you're trying to make so there's a difference between a long jump and a standing positional jump. So, so high jump, I think, is what we're looking for, right? Because you're going straight up. So you can jump 3 plus your strength modifier. So your strength modifier is 15.
Strength modifier is plus 18, actually. Sorry.
So
strength modifier. Sorry, strength modifier is plus 9.
Plus 9, so that's 27 feet.
Okay, so I could jump straight up 27 feet. Is that enough to grab the head, to get onto the head, like to grasp the head?
I'll make it just enough for you to grab onto the lower jaw.
The lower jaw? Okay.
Yeah, like you're grabbing onto the lower jaw to get up to that point.
Okay, so that'd be my bonus action to do that? As my action was command, right?
No, that's just your movement to do that. Take your full movement to do that. Yeah.
Okay.
So now and your bonus action was failed command, so you got action left.
Well, my command was my action. Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was your bonus action.
It's a rune. It's a rune.
Oh,
activation.
it's a rune. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so so all you got left is your bonus action.
Okay. Then if that's the case, I'm just gonna hunker down, hold on tight, and I'm gonna use second wind. It'll give me 1d10 plus 20 HP.
Go for it.
Yep.
I'll take us to the top of the 5th round. Pinky.
24.
You're up with the Tarask on deck. And you just watched Faye try to grab onto the armor and rip it off. And as she did, energy coursed through her centaur body and you watched as like blood began to leak through her nose, eyes, and ears. She took psychic damage, and she was unable to rip it off the halfling's body, and she's now kind of like quivering, like in front of the halfling, stunned with the failed attempt to rip it off the halfling's body.
Yikes.
But I'm very, very weak.
I have a super odd question, but go ahead. Go ahead with your stuff. It'll be on his turn, on the Tarrasque turn.
Oh, okay. So I have 2 features. I have so many questions this time around. I'm sorry, but
no, I get it. It's like you guys are beginning to realize it's the mantle that's the focus of all this, and it's a tricky object to deal with.
So I have use magic device in a feature, which means you ignore all class, race, and level requirements to use a magic item, alongside with Eldritch invocations, which means you learn fragments of forbidden knowledge that imbues you with an abiding magical ability. Can I kind of use both of them to get a sense of what I'm dealing with and what its weakness might be?
Yeah, as an action you do that, because that's a genius move. That's a super genius move.
I'll do it as an action, but I wanted to blast.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So you invoke the ability, and you gently lay your hand on the mantle. And as you do, an image blossoms in your mind. Just blossoms. And you could see the god that was cast out that built the device. So you could see the point of him like gathering up the components and material to build it. The 100 years it took to do the ceremony and the enchantments, to infuse it with the magical principles and properties of what the god intended it to be used for. As the full revelation of the World Eater mantle is laid out in front of you, it, once attuned to somebody who wears it, they become an extension of the god Korlos. The god Korlos is a creature of wisdom, strength, and he is very much, or they are very much a god obsessed with remaking worlds. Their weakness seems to be a measure of intelligence and their charisma. And you get the feeling that if you have a charisma-based spell that will allow you to challenge the mantle being attached to the halfling, that might give you the edge that you're looking for.
Huh.
And as a free action, you could yell all that information out to everybody nearby.
Oh, thanks. I yell all of this out.
Okay.
What does that mean? All of this out?
She's using the Vulcan mind meld to touch the armor.
So I don't know if that could be. It probably cannot be counted as a bonus action, but I'm gonna try anyway.
Okay.
Any chance I can just, because I'm short. I'm too short. I can probably reach to the feet and at least try to like get him disconnected from like.
Well, remember, you're a gnome. He's a halfling.
Oh, you're right.
You're not that different in height.
God.
Only maybe by about 6 to 8 inches.
The one time being short would have been a good thing. Okay. Would it be difficult to throw this halfling off the Tarrasque without touching the mantle?
You could try to budget. Its lower part of its body is fused into the into the skin and armor of the Tarrasque, but you could try to see if you could wedge it out of the Tarrasque and toss it off if you want to. But
every time you shoot its leg,
unfortunately, that's an action to do that because that'd be a grapple.
Yeah. Is there any bonus action I can use to prepare that action as far as
Not really. It's just a matter of like steadying yourself, getting ready to try to rip the halfling off of the Tarrasque's head.
Okay, I'll just sorry, one sec.
Forgive me. Again, not use this. Have we determined that the mantle is magically bonded to the halfling, or is it just being worn?
So
It's bonded. That would have been what Faye yelled out previously.
Okay.
wait, okay. So in my bonus actions, I have cunning action. You can take
Okay.
bonus action on each of your turns to take dash, disengage, or hide action. In fast hands, you can use a bonus action granted by your cunning action to make a sleight of hand check. Use your thieves' tools to disarm, trap, or open a lock.
Okay.
Can I use fast hands just to try and kind of scrape him off the Tarask? It's pushing it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what, you have to grapple him is the problem to be able to do this.
Okay, then I'll just, settle myself on the thing. So if he jumps, I hopefully won't be thrown off.
If he jumps, all of you are in trouble.
I might be okay.
No! Forget I said that.
And like Pork's like, oh, it might be okay. As he's being swung on the lower jaw of the Tarask.
Look, I've got a fantastic grip, okay?
So the Tarask is definitely deterred by the mercenaries. So he's going to take all 5
I also
attacks.
didn't attack it that round, so.
Well, yeah. I mean, right now it's defending itself against the mercenaries. So the mercenaries are all going to get. Sorry. Yeah.
What was the Tarask's initiative? I don't recall if my guys go before or after him.
His initiative is 21.
Okay, good. Never mind.
So that's going to be a 26, a 28, 28, 31, and a natural 20 on your Tarasks. Or, I'm sorry, on your mercenaries.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
With bite. Well, I guess it would mean if he was trying to bite and swallow. This is what my question was coming on his turn. If it's a bite and swallow, could I cloud rune that bite to have him bite the halfling?
That would be physically impossible.
I mean, cloud rune redirects an attack to something else, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
So
how
he'd
is
be
this
like-
bite gonna? That doesn't make sense.
I'm thinking you saw what's it called? The Across the Spider-Verse, the Spot guy.
Right.
I'm imagining Cloud Room is like the Spot guy. Like I open a spot and it just, but the spot then opens up above it and it.
Gotcha. I see what you're saying. Kind of like a fantasy physics alternate.
It's like Portal.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of portaling. Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Sure.
he's not like on the nose, right? So in theory, it's a big mouth and a small gnome or a small
Okay.
halfling.
So he's going to take his attacks on the mercenaries first.
Yep.
So
Which would be 4 of those, right? Because the bite would be the 5th attack, or is that?
So that's 5 attacks. He's doing 5 attacks on the mercenaries.
Yep.
He's doing a bite, 2 claws, the horn, and the tail.
Yep.
So the tail got a crit. So we'll start with that one.
Okay.
That's 48 points of damage to the mercenaries, Eric.
Okay. So one of those
Diligent.
guys is gone.
Okay. For the horns, it's 32.
Okay.
For the claw, it's 28 and 28. And then for the bite, it's 36. So I think that'd be about 2 more, 2.5.
All right. Give me 1 second. I got to do a little bit of math. My nemesis.
Yes, math is your nemesis.
Who you telling?
All right. Yes, we have lost 2 more. We are down to 9, and one of them has. I'm sorry, my bad. We have. Damn it! I know what I did there. Hang on.
I think 9 sounds right. Yeah.
I think we actually have 10, and one of them it has one of 2. We have 10 of. We have 10 left, but 2 are very badly injured.
Okay. So go ahead and take your 10 attacks, because they'd be up next.
Well, let me ask you this, because I want to maybe use them for a thing.
Okay.
If all of them work together to throw me, how far could they throw me?
Wow.
Well, I mean, I'd give it maybe 40 feet, 50 feet. Whether or not you land is based on your deck save.
Okay. Could I add
or your
my
acrobatics.
Jump? Okay. Could I add my jump to that?
Sure. I'm okay with that.
All right. I'm going to kind of motion all of them. Brethren, toss me to the head. So
okay. So they move over, they pick you up, and they throw you up in the air towards the head.
I'm trying to aim for the head there. What acrobatics or anything else you need from me?
Well, first I need you to make acrobatics to remain balanced as they throw you.
Okay. That is a 16.
16. The Taras is going to take a reaction and bite at you as you're being thrown up towards the head.
Okay.
That is going to be a 35 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
I now need you to make a DC 20 athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
Okay, DC 20?
DC 20.
Okay.
Yep. So you need a 20 or higher.
Ah, damn it. I got a 13.
Okay.
Trying to swallow him?
You end up in its mouth, and you are immediately swallowed down into the interior of the Tarask.
Can I reaction cloud rune that
Hang
bite?
on. Let me see a thing.
Wait. No.
I want to take a look at a thing real quick.
Just imagine just like Godzilla swallow.
I'm up next regardless, and I have an idea, but how aware of, if I am in its gullet, how aware of me is it?
I mean, I can't tell you unless you do something.
Okay, so, all right. Hey, Hork, hold off for right now. I still have plenty of health.
So Hork, as he leaps up and gets bit.
Yeah.
By the way, the bite. Hold on. The bite does 36 points of piercing damage. First off, as he gets bit and he's in the process of being swallowed, he sees you hanging onto the lower jaw, and you watch his Yellow Jen. I can't pronounce it. What is it again?
Yellow Jen.
Yeah.
Yellow Jen. You watch his Yellow Jen like just. Don't worry, I got this. And then, he gets swallowed in the process.
Crazy fucking elephant.
All right, that'll finish the mercenary's turn. So, Yellow Jen, I'll say that you were operating in concert with your mercenaries.
Mm-hmm.
So it was your movement and your bonus action that got used and got you into that trouble. However, as you're being swallowed, you have your action.
Okay.
That's all you got left, because now you're considered restrained and incapacitated as you're being swallowed.
Okay. As I go down his throat, I just slam one of my hands into like literally any surface of it. I'm going to cast planar shift.
Okay, where are you going?
This is just it, not me. This is it has to make a DC save of 14.
Oh,
I'm sorry, charisma save of 14.
Charisma?
Yeah.
Ooh. This could be its last legendary resistance. That is an 8 plus. Sorry, no, that's what's that? It's an 8 plus 9. That's a 17.
Okay.
All right, that will save.
Okay. So.
Now I need you to make a Constitution save, please.
Okay, I'm not worried about that. I say that. Oh, you son of a bitch. 18. Okay.
18. Let's see. That will actually wait a minute. Okay, the terrestrial so you're blinded and restrained. You have total cover against attacks and other effects from the Tarask. However, you take 56 points of acid damage.
Okay. Did I save with that 18 or not?
There's no save. I was thinking of a different effect.
Oh,
So that's 56 points of acid damage.
Acid damage. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
That'll finish your turn.
And you said I'm blinded and restrained, right?
Correct.
All right.
All right, Tinkerfoot, you're up with Faye on deck.
Do something besides that freaking toe.
Yeah,
I'm just like slinging back and forth.
Okay. You're swinging back and forth like in his mouth, right?
I'm
Hork
hanging
is like
basically.
holding on to the lower jaw as the Tarrasque like moves about. He's like holding on to its lower jaw.
Oh. Never mind. I thought you were like stuck and about to be eaten.
Nah.
No. I don't even want the foot anymore.
Oh, hey, you're not stunned anymore either, Faye.
Yeah, that's right. Because it's the end.
The
of
blue
its
ring
turn.
caught me.
Yep, you're no longer stunned. If I know Alexis, she's pouring through her spells right now, trying to find charisma-based spells.
Yes, sir. Yes, I am.
Oh, damn it. I didn't think I had that on this build. Oh, well.
Can I? Can I climb on it? I don't think I can climb on it.
Yeah, give me an athletics check.
Hey, I'm sorry, sir. Can you tell me what would have been a save on that Constitution? I'm sorry, it's not. What would have been a save to not get swallowed? I want to see a thing real quick.
It would have been a 20 or higher.
Okay. I'm sorry to retcon that, but I do have a thing that I might be able to do. Because do you guys remember what I got? I know it wasn't super duper high. It was like a 17 or something.
It was a 14.
14? Okay, because I didn't realize Diamond Soul let me re-roll a thing there. So give me a second on that.
As a reaction?
Yeah. Was that... God, shit. Was that Dex or was that Con for that? I don't remember. That was a Con as well?
Yep.
Correct.
The swallow was.
Nice! 21. So I'm in its mouth, I assume, but not swallowed.
You're in its mouth.
Okay. Can I reverse the acid damage on that, or
yes, you can. Yep.
That was 56. I want to say.
Yes, it was 56.
Okay, cool.
All right, Tinkerfoot.
You're still a crazy fucking elephant.
I got a 24.
24. So I'll say if you use your move and your dash action, you can get up on its back.
Okay, I'll use my move and my dash action.
Okay. I'll get you up on its back where you can see Faye and Pinky all engaging with the halfling because of the mantle. That'll finish your turn. Faye, you are up with Hork on deck.
Okay. Would you allow me to cast plane shift on this guy and try and rip off the mantle as he's leaving the plane?
I'll say if Pinky uses her reaction to help you, I'll say you can try to pull that off. Yeah.
Okay. Pinky, you want to give it a shot?
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, let's do it. All right, I will cast plane shift, which it would be, and I'll cast plane shift. I'll burn a sorcery point, so he'd be rolling at disadvantage.
But if he fails, he's probably going to use his last legendary resistance on this.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that is a 4 + 9 is a 13. So he's going to burn his last legendary resistance to resist the plane shift. I need both you and Pinky to give me intelligence saves as you both grab on to the halfling and the mantle at the same time.
Okay.
Oof. Harsh. I got a nat 1.
It's going to be a 5 for me.
So both of you...
It's a 10.
So both of you will take 21 points of psychic damage. And you're both stunned. Until the end of the Tarrasque's next turn. All right. That'll finish Faye's turn. Hork, you're up. You can hear them doing something up above. You just watched as Tinkerfoot went scaling up the hind leg and onto the back of the Tarrasque. You get the feeling that everyone's finally focusing on the halfling and the mantle. Yep. You could see Yellowgin in the mouth of the Tarrasque, holding onto its tongue and teeth, trying to keep from being swallowed. You're holding onto the lower jaw. What do you want to do?
How much?
He's already used his reaction. He hasn't used any of his legendary actions yet.
How much movement would it take for me to try and get up on top of the head?
It would probably take your full movement to do it with a good athletics check.
Okay, and that's it to place me like in base or near the gnome or the halfling?
Halfling, yes.
Okay. All right. Let's go for that.
All right, give me an athletics check.
All right. Because athletics is fun. I'm going to burn an Indomitable.
Okay.
Reroll a throw that I fail. Because that was a nat 1.
Yeah, that'll do
Of all the things I could have rolled. Okay, that's a 17 plus 15, so that's a 32.
Yep, that'll put you. And as you climb up and over its head, and you reach the back, you reach on top of its head, you can see that both Pinky and Faye are kind of like on the ground shaking. You can see arcane light like pulsing off them as if they've been stunned. You can see the halfling is symbiotically attached to the Tarrasque's armor, and its eyes are catatonic. It's just holding on to the Tarrasque while the mantle is just pulsing with energy. So you still have your action and your bonus action left.
Okay. I'm going to... That didn't work against it. I'm going to... I'm going to try and rip the crown off. Like, just... Because I'm huge size. I imagine he's got a tiny head. I'm just going to... And pull it off.
So you're just ripping the mantle off?
Yeah. I mean, if I have to pull the head off with it, I'm trying to take the mantle off.
All right. Go ahead and give me a strength check as you try to rip it off.
Yep. Strength gets advantage.
Let's go.
Strength check. That's a 27.
27. Now give me an intelligence save as you touch the mantle.
Yep. That's going to suck. Oh, that's a 21. Not terrible.
21. DC is a 20, dude. You got lucky.
Ooh,
very lucky. Half of 30 points of psychic damage, so you take 15 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
All of you watch as Hork begins to rip the mantle off the physical form of the halfling, and there's an explosion of light and arcane heat as he does it. The grotesque remains of the halfling lie about. You begin to feel the Tarrasque begin to collapse downward onto the ground as it goes into a kind of unconscious state. There's a mountain of debris and dust that just kind of comes off of its form as Hork stands there holding the mantle in his hand. As that happens, a pulse of energy comes from the mantle. A pulse of light begins to emanate from it. All of you begin to feel yourselves being lifted upward as Hork is holding the mantle. Looking down on you are the Council of the Deities, smiling as they look down, as you elevate back up into their celestial presence, where you return the mantle to the Council. And that's where we're going to finish tonight.
Can I try and break the mantle?
I would not recommend that, no.
Did I go
Okay.
through the?
I was gonna
you
try and
crossed
just
it,
like
or-
shatter. I was gonna try and split it in half.
Yeah, you don't want to splinter reality, my friend.
Oh, okay.
So tempting. So the interesting thing about level 20 is when you build a level 20 for one shot, I would recommend always build it in mind that's going to be a parity of balance potentially of a slight beginning to get the one shot started and then a potential melee after the fact. But I think this also helps us realize that as we're planning our regular characters to once again get up to those higher levels, that without knowing what you're getting into, it's very hard to plan for something. And I do that on purpose with one shots because I really want people to kind of like look at things and really kind of focus on the different things that they might or might not do when they get into one shot. But for you guys, linger around for a moment. We're going to talk about next week's schedule. Also using the new website. I want to talk about that. Everybody else, thank you for coming out. Had a lot of people watch us tonight. It was really fun.
It was a blast.
Yeah, it was a fun session. Thanks everybody for coming out. Be safe, be kind, and play a game. It's good for you. Bye, everybody.
Okay.
One of these days I'll have it, hovering over.